Can we just say a word of prayers? Father, Lord, I just want to thank you for those that are joining today. I want to worship you, Lord, for you are God and you are King. Thank you for everybody who will be joining us today, those who are yet to join and those who will be joining in the discussion. I ask, oh Lord, that you teach them, oh Lord, and you direct their paths in the mighty name of Jesus. Lead them to good and not to doom in Jesus' name. I ask that as they learn, they take whatever they've learned home and practice it in good faith in Jesus' name. Amen. So thank you. Interviewing your partner. Again, my name is Pastor Francisca Emmanuel. I am your host for this session. Today's topic is interviewing your partner. Questions that reveal true compatibility. Okay? Questions that reveal true compatibility, and we're going to be talking this this session with Jedediah Peter, also known as Tito the Fire. I'm waiting for him to join me today. The questions that we'll be asking today is going to reveal who this partner is. And then you want to look at it. Is this a red flag? Is this a green flag? Is this something I can live with? You know, sometimes in marriage, we don't even ask this question. I'll tell myself today, if I can go back, yes, there are certain questions I will ask before getting into a relationship or in a marriage. But you are opportune. If you're not married now, I'm going to tell you that you are blessed because you'll be listening to some of these things. See, please, by all means, don't be in a hurry to hop into marriage. By all means. I tell you, see, there are a lot of people who went to join the Lord before their time because of a bad marriage. There are some people who end up in a rehab home because of a bad marriage. Your brain controls every part of your body. Your brain secretes the hormones in every part of your body. Your happy new month. God bless you. I hope I'm clear and all. Okay. Please resend the invitation. Oh, what's going on? Okay, resend the invitation. Invite. Your brain controls every part of your body. I want you to understand that. And when it's damaged mentally, I'm telling you, people don't understand what mental abuse does to people. It goes beyond you not acting well. It affects even the hormones that supplies every part of your body because everything is in the brain. When it's not settled, everything is messed up. Okay? So we're having this topic because they say prevention is better than cure. Yeah, Mr. Tito, if I believe you're there, I have resent the invitation. If you can't see it, please you can request me. Okay, please you can request me, but I've resent it to you. So you want to be careful what you take into your life, what you take into your destiny, what you have your brain affected by. You have to choose. You have to make the right choices. I know a lot of people will say age, time will tell. Tito is unable to join. It says you're unable to join. A lot of people will say time will tell, age will tell. It's okay. At least be alive. There is a particular lady, before we go into this topic, because I'm waiting for my guest, I don't know what's going on. It says he's unable to join. Lord, what is going on? I've sent it again, or maybe you can request me, I don't know, Tito. There's a lady now whom I think I saw photos of her being abused, and she's posting it right there. And I think one of my daughters sent me the video or something. So I watched the video, and I'm like, wow. And I told myself, I said, why do you think a human being would change for you if they did not change for the other person? Okay. An abuse that is as serious as leading to the demise of somebody, right? And the person did not show any repentance. The person did not show any remorse. This person did not show any repentance. This person did not show any remorse. This person did not even show that they missed the other person. This person did not even show that, wow, I wished I could have done better. Instead, all they did was defend and threaten even when somebody had gone to meet the Lord. And you don't think that heart is the heart of, there's no heart there, it's a stone. Jesus Christ said, because of the hardness of their heart, Moses said you can put away your wife. There are some people that don't have a heart. What they have is stone. no blood is running through there, is gone, is as still as whatever. So you see a situation like that, and then you hop into and you think they will love you. Why do you think you will be any different? Now, a man cannot love you more than he loved the first woman he told I love you and put a ring in her hands. That's what you should understand. That first woman he loved enough to start a life journey with and said, be my wife. And then he ended up abusing them, or the woman ended up abusing him and everything, and then she's gone. Why do you think he would love you? You can love somebody and still not be able to build with them. Yes, you can love somebody. Yeah, but I know you're still in Nigeria. God bless you. I thought you were back to France. You can love somebody and not still be able to build life with them. Love is not enough. Love is never enough. Alignment is what sustains a covenant. When there's an alignment, it is what sustains a covenant. Love, you say, I love this person. It is not enough. Compatibility is not, we both like the same music. You know, some people will say compatibility, oh, I am compatible with this person because we both like the same music. We go to club together. We go to parties together. He loved partying and I love partying. He loved dancing and I love dancing. We both love traveling. We both love going to the gym. That is still not compatibility. Compatibility is, do we solve conflict in a way that doesn't destroy the respect we have for ourselves? How are we able to manage conflict together? Do we do it together in a way that don't destroy the respect we have? Do we agree? Do we both agree on what loyalty is to the both of us? I say this is loyalty for me. Does he agree that that is what loyalty is for him? That's the compatibility we're talking about. Do we worship the same God and do we have the same conviction in life? Do we both have emotional discipline and not just excitement? You know, and one thing I want to tell you, see, compatibility is, do we have the same conviction? Now, if you're a lady and you don't believe in polygamy, right? It's a conviction. You think polygamy is not biblical, polygamy is a sin, or it's not acceptable. And then you're with a guy who has nothing against polygamy. As a matter of fact, who tells you polygamy is not a bad thing? Sometimes they can tell you, oh, I do not intend to get married to 2 wives, but I support polygamy. Oh, I don't think polygamy is a bad thing. Now you don't have the same conviction. That is a red flag you should be careful of. Because somebody who is telling you they don't have a thing or they are indifferent about a thing, tomorrow now, that person, because they don't have anything against it, they might decide to practice it in your head, on your head. What would you do? So this is what we talk about compatibility. Do we believe in the same thing? You don't believe a man should cheat on his wife? And he tells you, well, you know, men like variety sometimes. It's not like I'm going to cheat on you, but you know that is men. That's how God created men. You don't have the same conviction. Because somebody who does not see anything bad in something is likely going to do it. Or you, as a guy, you're somebody who believes that a woman should support the husband. A woman should, as a guy, you're someone who believes that a woman should support her husband. A woman should also, you know, work and be able to support her husband. Mr. Jedias, God bless you. I feel like you're using your new account or something.
Yeah, I had to get on the other account. I don't know why the other one was.
Oh my God. Well. Thank you so much for joining me all the same. God bless you. How are you doing today?
Very good. I'm all right.
Okay. So good we're discussing this topic together. As somebody that have experience, so I would like to really have you. And again, as somebody who has been in the social space, in the movie, in the music industry, you have experience. So this topic is very important because I know you're also a very truthful person. So you're going to say it so that we can learn. You never bring me up Dimp or something, you can request me a bit later. I'm going to bring you up, okay? God bless you. So, as a guy, if you believe that a woman should at least also support the family, a woman is expected to work, a woman is expected to bring something to the family, the man does not have to cater for the whole financial need of the home. And then you are with a woman who believes in gender, or they say traditional gender roles, who believe that a man should cover all the expenses of the woman, a man should take care of the woman in totality. Now you know that there's a conflict, there's no compatibility there, because your convictions about life and about marriage is wrong. Would you want to go ahead with this person? If you do, you have challenges, because this woman will sit back and never work. You know why you get into problems like that? Because you never asked. Or sometimes you overlook this thing because you're so crazy in love with this person. I am saying this because God knows, right? There are so many marriages that are crashing, that are packing up. If you ask what the problem is this small things we're just talking about right now? I know a man who said the wife has never worked since they got into the United States. He has worked and has scattered for everything for this woman, even when she has a license to work. And now he felt he was capable, carrying the responsibility, working, doing everything himself, until he had some financial issues where he expected the woman to at least come up and cover the family. And she could not. And that is one of the bases why he has filed for divorce. Would you believe that?
That's a serious one.
One of the reasons why he has filed for divorce. Now, he's not just looking at what has happened, he's now calculating since he came that what kind of a woman will not help him. Well, look at, okay, there's no future. There's so much excuses. And I said, calm down, calm down. So these are the little things we just, we neglect right now. And we just go because of pressure or because of the love. This love, Seth. This thing about love. I'm even tired of preaching it, because sometimes that same thing you tell a woman not to do, a woman that is in love will go and do it. That same person you say, no, so a guy that is in love will still go there and do it. So this love matter, we can only, say what we can say and leave the rest for God. The Bible says that can two work together except they be agreed? Agreement is not silence, agreement is clarity. And clarity means I told you who I am, and you told me who you are, and we still choose each other just the way we are. Okay? So you want to look at that thing. So I think we've led some good points on compatibility. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining me. I know today has been somehow hectic. We've had to go offline and come back again. But thank you so much. Mr. Jedediah, thank you. Please introduce yourself to the audience. Please
Okay, my
introduce
name
yourself.
is Tito. That's what my friends call me, Tito the Fire, and Jedediah Peters, real name. And I'm an entertainer, a media practitioner, a script writer, project manager, and I wear a lot of those caps. And a lover of God.
Okay. Yeah, a lover of God, or a man of God, you should add that one. Thank you for joining me today. I'm so excited we're doing this topic together. It's
It's a
about to
pleasure.
trickle down. So now, interviewing your partner to review compatibility. I'm also just going to say, a few things. Now, it's not like you're trying to pressure somebody to answer you. I know some of you now, good evening from Kenya. God bless you. Thank you for joining us all the way from Kenya. And, sometimes there's how we present things. You don't just sit somebody and start saying, I want to interview you. There's how you act and make things blend.
So
So that,
traditionally, yeah, so
uh-huh.
traditionally, the way the family structure had been in years back, when a couple decides they want to spend their lives together, it is not just their responsibility to do research about the other person. So each family takes upon themselves to ask questions. What does his family do? Where
Mm-hmm.
do they come from? Is there any health problem? Those are some of the questions. Is there any health problem in either of their families? Do they have any genetic problem running through the bloodlines? And then parents, a lot of times, go outside to make all of these inquiries and they ask all the right questions. Is the family a reputable family?
Mm-hmm.
If do they have a criminal background? If they have a criminal background, we don't want our family to be, because it was beyond just the two people who are interested in themselves. It was more of a decision that the family makes to ensure that they do it right. They get off on the right foundation. Okay, so that originally was the approach to it. And in a case where, because the truth about romance and attraction is that when you are attracted to someone, that emotion is there. It is difficult to think properly, right? It
Mm-hmm.
is difficult to see the red flags. We always see the green flags, and I mean technically, by human nature, by the ritual of romance, everyone puts on their best costume. It's like you're going on a date. That's when you make
Ha!
up. You want to make sure, if you don't have a car, you're probably going to rent a car to make a good first impression. And if she's coming around, regardless how she is, she probably doesn't like to cook. She doesn't like to clean, whatever. She will probably put up that show. The guy too will put up that show. And then everybody comes, it's superficial because they are involved in, they are the forefront of that engagement. So it's difficult to know the other person. That's why sometimes older people's experience or friends who know friends will make those inquiries and then get to know, okay, I found out this about the person, I found out this about the person. Okay, would you still want to go ahead with that? And that's on the side of the parents, family, friends. Now, with the way it is right now in the world, in the West especially, a lot of people who are getting married feel like, well, I take care of my bills, so I don't need to ask those questions. Or another avenue for getting to know the individual that one is getting with is on the dates. So apart from the romance, you look fine, you look beautiful, and all of that. Those questions, basically the question about finance, what is your approach to finance? What is your approach to sex? What is your approach to religion? How would you want this family to worship? And what's
Very good.
your approach to, you know, I think one of the mistakes that is made generally is we don't see the individual in the five different seasons. You need to see them when they're happy. You need to see them when they're sad. You
Very
need to
good.
see them when they are mad. You need to see them when they are upset, when they are the best financially, when they are without money. So if you don't see them in all those different seasons and you see them only in the best season, obviously everybody will act fine, act like the seasons are best.
When you
There will
said
be problem.
when you said something about your sex something, I said yes, so very important. You want to know now because some people now they are both side. They are both. I know what I'm saying. I know women who are having marital issues because the men are trying to go through the side that God did not say anybody should go through. And then when they come and ask you that kind of thing, what's because you didn't ask, you didn't know his sexual orientation. You felt this
Yes.
person is normal, and then he tells you now. Sometimes, the thing is, while we ask these things, we also ask for the grace in marriage because some of these things show up later.
That's another thing I wanted to point out. So
Yes.
the truth is, I don't know how much it used to happen in the past, but right now, that journey of marriage is spiritual, right? Okay, and Daniel said, Tito, your wife works. I am not married, I'm divorced, so that doesn't apply. But right now, one of the challenges that happens to relationships and marriages and why they crash most of the time. One, not knowing the person adequately. And based on my experiences, I feel like that, sometimes people meet and 3 months they're preparing to get married. 2 months,
Exactly.
2 months, everything seems so perfect. Based on experience and based on what I've seen, I think the minimum a person should spend time getting to know the other person, I think, should be minimum of 6 months and
Six
above.
months.
Because the truth is, the highest a person can hide who they are is 3 months. The true character of every man and woman, tolerance and everything gets tested within 0 to 3 months. Between 3 and 6, the real character starts pumping out.
You will see it.
You will
I
see
know what
it.
I'm saying.
Patience will evaporate. So it is good to allow that period of time. And then there's another thing, the spiritual aspect of marriage, right? So if you remember that when people in the Bible needed to get a wife for their sons, there was something prophetic about it. Okay, go to the well. The woman who comes out to water your flock and the rest of it, that will be your wife. That was prophetic. So, and I believe that the patience to also hear direction about who we want to get with is very important, because the truth is some of what is felt during the romance phase is enchantment. Remember that
Enchantment, that's what I'm saying.
there are a lot of, they sell these things on the internet now. You can buy, there are stores you can order online. So people order a lot of these attraction creams, attraction stuff. And if you meet someone who uses that kind of stuff and you're not a glow in the spirit, you're not a prayerful person, you will catch feelings.
Oh, so they are using creams and soaps.
Regardless how prayerful you are,
Mm.
these spells are out there and they work. But if you are
Oh,
discerning and you are able to apply those breaks of allowing time, and in time you need to, that period of getting to know yourselves, then you're really going to praying to hear and get direction, you would know if those things are in action. So the truth is, when those things start working on a man or woman, no matter how, you will feel like you're in love, you're enchanted. And if you read
hey.
historical books, you will see that those things really exist. So those are also some factors that make it that sometimes soaps, yeah, honey and the rest of it, yeah, of course. So those are the challenges. It's now a spiritual challenge for
Women use those things on the men.
both.
Both. Oh, wow. So that's why every day you need to cover yourself with the blood of Jesus.
You need to
The blood
be
of Jesus.
you need to
The
stand
blood of
strong
Jesus.
spiritually. You need to be a prayer person. You need to, and then you need to also discern whether what you're feeling is love or what you're feeling is enchantment, because they almost go the same. But when you're under enchantment, you will not listen to anybody. You will not ask questions. You will be in a rush. You'll be so restless. And that is when you need to take a break and go into prayers and really ask for direction.
I think, does this enchantment sometimes lead to marriage?
It
Because
does.
while you're saying this thing, I'm trying to. There's a story about a woman. She was talking to me. As a matter of fact, she's based in Dallas here, and she said that herself and her husband, had their divorce in place, and I think whether they've divorced or something, or they had their divorce in place, or they've divorced, but she still, it's hard. It was hard for her, as how she said it, and she still felt like she loved the guy, and and probably she said she was saying even if the guy comes back, that she could have probably taken him. We're talking about these things, and I'm trying to reason this enchantment that you said, and she said something that said she met somebody, and that um she kissed this person, and then when she kissed this person, that something fell out of her, and then she was like, where have I been since, like with this other person? And I'm like, what are you saying? And she said she felt maybe the ex-husband, did the enchantment or whatever, on her, no, because she was this. And I said, well, I don't believe this. All your women always say, well, you never provide anything for your man. When it comes to times the woman should support her husband, the guys start complaining. Voila. The guys start complaining. What so? The this thing where you write not full for them. But okay, however though, let's just continue so we can touch. Thank God for Mr. Jedediah's here putting this thing just as it is. There's something I asked here, and we're still going to ask some of the questions I would like you to ask. That is, when you are under pressure, why, you ask that person, who are you when you're under pressure? People don't even ask that thing. It's when a man or a woman is under pressure, that's when you know who they truly are. You understand why? Anybody can act loving when life is sweet. Who are you when money is tight in your hands? Who are
No,
you when you're offended?
nobody
Who
likes
are
that
you?
part of it. Nobody likes it. Has to be money has to be there 247.
Money has to be there to force us. So who are you when? Okay, because this man that I'm telling you guys now he's under pressure. money is tight, right? He has filed for a divorce from his wife. So there are some people that can act so sweet, but when they are under pressure, their true colors come in. Now, if the answer they gave you is, if the answer that, well, it depends on what the other person did, that's a red flag. If you act a certain way because of what the other person did, that's a red flag. It means they don't, or they have not accepted, responsibility of self-regulation. Okay,
So,
so there are so many people that say, I hit this person, or I did this thing to this person because of what they did. We all have self-regulation in us. So if that person you are with, and you ask them that, who are you when you're under pressure? And what they tell you is, well, it depends on what this other person did to me that gets me to be under pressure. Then I don't know. I think it's a
so,
red flag. What do you think?
so that's one of the major challenges in general emotional intelligence. So right now, a lot of a lot of the society,
Mm-hmm.
and that's across the world. We know the pressure. There's so much pressure from social media. The impression that everything has to be perfect at every point in time. The impression that every relationship is a bed of roses, right? So people grow up with this expectation that everything has to be good at all times. So whenever there's a pressure, the first option is to back out, to run out of it. And emotional intelligence is so difficult because the families where some individuals come from, they probably experienced abuse, maybe from one of the parents.
I was going to
Uh,
get there.
maybe
Oh.
they saw their mothers being beaten upon, and as a result of that, it becomes a norm. So sometimes those are factors that affect. I give a particular instance, and I think it was Jerry Eze who said this. He said when he got married that one of the initial challenges he had with his wife was that he was from a background where they talk things out. You know, they just talked conversation, no quarrels. And she was from a background that had a different orientation. That was one of the things that the wife, I think she said it, that one of the things she had to learn. She said was to learn that it didn't need to be a confrontation. That you can actually dwell without, that energy of confrontation. So it shows that the background has a lot to do. So if you're I'm sorry to say this, but if you're one of those who binge on those love movies, the Mills and Boom, it was Mills and Boom back then, but recently it is more of um the love movie, the telenovelas.
Mm-hmm.
If a lady binges on telenovelas and binges on our own type of telenovelas, right? Where every day she watches where the women will scream at the men, and things like that. It subconsciously, not consciously, it subconsciously starts becoming a pattern without knowing. But it will manifest when the relationship setting comes in and the person will not know. So that's one of the challenges if those questions are not asked
Mm-hmm.
patiently. And sometimes, again, you know what it said that you will never get to know your wife until you are married to her.
Right.
So even with your best efforts, your mate, remember that the Bible says that he who chooses to get married will have tribulation in the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
So again, if you choose to go into marriage, you must also understand that you will have, it is not a curse. It is not that you're wishing yourself bad. It is not that you're saying for better, for best. Whether you say for better, for best at your vow taking, it does not negate the fact that we live in a world that is controlled by evil, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
your relationship, whether with your parents, you will experience turbulence. So how you deal with that, or succeed with or without it will be your ability to weather some of those storms. And that is where a lot of challenges happen these days.
You know, I wanted to add something. I wanted to say something that you just briefly said about, how people grow up. And how I put it here is, how were you loved? How were you loved growing up? You understand? People often repeat what or how they were raised. You understand?
Patterns.
Sometimes you don't know if they were healed from what they grew up with or so. If they never saw apology in their house, then they may not understand what is apology in a marriage. Do you understand that there are some men that will never say, I'm sorry? I have one of my girls here in Dallas. Instead of make the husband say, I'm sorry, that guy will buy the whole house and come. That is when he'll remember to buy her a bag.
He's a Niger guy,
When
right?
he would order things online that they will come and deliver to her. Wait, just that word, I am sorry. They would torture themselves. They would go out of expenses just to please you. But instead of saying, but why is that really hard? And there's one again here, in Dallas here. The husband will become a loner in his own house rather than say, my wife, I'm sorry. If he has done, okay. So what happened one time is the daughter caught him talking to another woman in a kind of romantic way. And later they said the daughter went and checked his phone and saw the person and gave it to the mother. And the daughter is like 19 years old. So this is not a child, right?
Yeah.
And when the mother saw it, the mother confronted him. It's just a very simple thing. Tell your wife, see what happened. Okay, I'm sorry. Or I think I was out. Okay, this is it. It's not going to happen again. This man did not say, I'm sorry to today. This lady said, I literally told her, your husband don't suffer, I don't do. Go, I beg, go hold up. Because I felt like they said the man will leave the house in the morning, will intentionally come back at night when everybody is sleeping, and he will sneak to his bed to go and sleep. He will go to
And
the
she
kitchen.
had decided she will forgive him.
Yes, of course, he had it in mind, but she just
But
wanted
she
him to
still.
come and talk.
Oh,
So, but
okay.
he wasn't even greeting her. He will wake up in the morning and clean her car and wash her car for her. And then he drives off. She will come back home sometimes. He has cleaned the whole house. You understand? He has cleaned the whole place. Does the dishes. He preferred to torture himself instead of just saying, I am sorry. So sometimes that word, I am sorry, and you're thinking it's just this guy, but that is how he was raised. He probably never saw his father say, I'm sorry to his mother, or even to them. Because parents do sometimes offend their kids or accuse them wrongly. You understand? And later they found out the truth. And they feel like, well, I'm your father, I'm your mother. I don't need to tell you I'm sorry. Go on, they look for another accusation and add to the other one when they found out the truth. So when you meet the man, you ask him, how were you loved? Growing up, how were you raised? How were you loved? What did you see your father doing? Sometimes they were raised in a way that they have not healed from this thing, or it has become an ideology for them. And they think this is the normal pattern and how life should be. Sometimes they grow up seeing their father slam the door when he's angry and walk out of the house.
Yeah.
When daddy is angry, he slams the door and walks out of the house. Sometimes they see their father hitting the walls when he was angry. And they grew up with this mindset and ideology and thinking it is right. So you want to ask this question. Sometimes they grew up seeing that their father and their mother did not talk, or they were never together playing love. I'm not saying go be so romantic before your children, but let them understand what love is, right? The children should see you and their mother watch TV together. They should see the both of you eat from same plates. They should see you put food on her mouth or in her mouth and see her put food in your mouth. They should see those little love gestures between the both of you. That is how they learn. Children learn by what they see you doing and not by the things you tell them. So if the children never saw daddy take mommy on a date night, the children never saw
mommy making some love gestures and jokes, or watching TV and putting her head by the daddy's chest as they watch the TV and laugh. They don't know how to love. They can never love you
They can't. The
because they don't
background
see love.
the background has a whole lot to do.
Effect on these children. I'm
A
telling you,
lot.
there are some of us that got married and later discovered that sometimes, I'm telling you the truth, you cannot teach an adult because you just get married and it should not be like the marriage is school for you when it should also be pleasure.
Yeah.
There are some children that their parents' marriage was marred with fights,
Yeah.
scatter.
Daily fights.
I was talking to a lady and she said, "Oh, the reason why the husband is treating the wife is because for our house will be the fight, oh, my mama, my papa, they can fight." I said, "That is why." Now you see where it is coming from.
Exactly.
Why would this man not torture you? Or why would the woman, or maybe some women never saw their mother respect their father, and all they saw was a mom that shouted on their dad when he tried to say something.
Yeah.
And what they saw was an authoritative kind of mom who felt like she's the boss in the house and not the father. You know, they saw a mother who wanted to control their father, a mother who did not want to listen to anybody, a mother who shouted the whole house down from morning till night. Those
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
there
women.
are some homes like that where they say the cock crows, the hen listen, but the hen crows in those some homes
And the couple
and the
listen.
cock goes silent.
So you see, it is both ways. See, by all means, go and check out how this man was raised. Find out. Let me tell you, a man who saw how the father loved his mother and how the mother respected the father is likely to act that same way. He is
Somebody
likely to take over his father's footstep.
Jay Oduyemi said, but that does not guarantee that a woman will be a good woman in a marriage. Forget love. Women change when they become an adult. They may have good parents, raise them well, but they become something else. He's right.
A
That
little
happens too.
probability is not all. Of course, among the 12 disciples, we had a Judas. It didn't mean Jesus was a bad leader. What I am saying is the people who would deviate from what they learned growing up are just a proportion. Okay, these are just one of the things I want you to also look at. And you also want to look at, you ask the guy, if I offend you, how long can you stay without talking to me? Because some men will use malice. You
Malice.
know, I used to think, sincerely,
Malice.
Mr. Jedediah, I used to think that now women, they keep malice. As I'm here, I
Mm.
don't have malice. So now, I
It's,
don't, that's
it's both
emotional. Some
ways.
men will use emotional silence and finish you.
It's both ways.
Before now, I used to think that women are the ones. We have seen enough. We will never see anything. You see, for
That
this
that
life,
that that
it's,
malice is a big challenge. Is a big
so
challenge. I heard of a couple
now
that
men they keep malice now, not the women. In marriages, women are the ones that want to talk. Men are the ones that are keeping malice. I am telling you from experience. I'm telling you this one. Let me say it today, like I am telling you from personal experience. The men are the one keeping the malice. The women are the
the women
one
are trying
wanting
to
to
do.
have a communication. Women
So
those days, women want to talk, want to express, want us to resolve things. But men, they will leave you. They will carry their bag and go and just silence you.
sometimes I can make an explanation for that, right?
There is
so
no explanation. Okay,
not I'm not
I'm
making
listening.
I'm not making an excuse for why people should keep malice, but I'm making an
Okay.
excuse for the makeup of a man and a woman is different. So women love talking, and men in their nature
You see,
don't like too much of cha cha cha. So when the woman expects the man to be a talking, let me say talkative partner, because by nature some men don't, they are minimal in words, while some women, when you
it's
come
that
back, they
one is a
want to tell
different
you the
thing.
whole day.
This is a different thing. When a man is a talkative himself, but when he has done something wrong,
Or when there's
Instead
an
of
argument.
facing what he has done, he uses the silent emotional punishment or silent emotional control to deal with you. He doesn't want to talk about it. Look, let's be frank and let's
Okay,
be
so
sincere.
some
Women talk
circumstances.
about issues. Men don't talk about issues. Women want to talk about issues. Men don't want to. Men want to avoid issues.
So I
And
think
it's not like it didn't
it's the
start with them.
manner
It
of
started with
approach.
Adam.
I think it would be the manner of approach. Okay. So, and then the timing. So a man who has had a long day, coming back from work, and then immediately he comes, you want to discuss issue, it won't work. So it's understanding the timing, knowing when is the right time for this conversation. Because yes, true, women by their emotions want it, okay, honey, we have to talk. And once you hear honey, we have to talk, it's a long talk. and at that point in time, it might not be the right time. He might not
But
be in
when
the
is
right.
now the right time? How many hours should you allow something go unsaid or untackled before you actually say, okay, babe, or my husband or my wife, let's talk about this thing? What I'm saying is this malice is different though. A malice that the man will literally not talk about it for months. Do you know that some men will not talk to their wife for months? Just because they know
I've heard
that the
stuff
situation
like that.
on ground is their fault. For example, a woman catches the husband's and other women on his phone, and he says, I'm not going to talk about it. And instead of talking about that issue, he decides to punish the woman with silence, pack his bags and leave, and doesn't talk about it. That's the kind of malice I'm talking about. Now, I respect gentlemen who do not stand of put themselves in a house that is already on fire, a place that is burning. Remove yourself. The house is hot. Take your car, drive out. That is excellent. That's a very mature man. You don't need to stand with a woman and you're shouting. Nobody communicates when they are shouting.
That's what he said. He said some women want to talk and keep on talking. He said and men don't want to argue. And when a man says it's okay, a lot of women don't know how to stop. So
Supreme touch.
communication.
God will help you. This supreme touch. Men and women are not the same. No this and no peace. That is why you need to be on this session today, so that you will learn something. I don't know if you're married yet, so that you just learn something today. It's well with you. So yes, that's a very, I think that is emotional torture. I think that if there is a situation in place, I think give it time and make sure you talk about it. Because you see, most marriages end not because of what you did that day, but because of what because of what has accumulated over time.
Most times, yeah.
Yes, this thing you've done
Past
it.
hurt.
We don't talk about it. You felt like when you bring that emotional silence,
It
and
keeps
you came
piling
back
up.
and bought me bags and bought the woman Gucci, and you felt she wasn't aware or she forgot about it. No, it is still there because see, learn to clear things out of the way and bring clarity to situations. Learn to tell the person, "Oh, this is not how I meant this. This is actually what it is." And let's clear it out of the way. That way the heart is cleared and is not absorbing anything. Again, some people, and most people that keep this malice, their papa and their malice they use to finish them. So see, I'm telling you, please, I'm talking both from experience and both from the experiences of so many people that have spoken to me. It is wrong. A marriage like that is just a time bomb. One day it will explode, especially if you don't tackle this, these things right now, please. The next question you want to ask the guy is, where are you going in the next 5 years? I'm not asking you about your dreams. Timing and how you to approach is the key aspect to resolving issues. Yes, Godfrey, God bless you. Time, yes. And look, ladies, I'm not saying, I know ladies sometimes they are blood, they hot, ladies don't have patience. A lot of women, don't have that patience. It has to be now. Sometimes it don't have to be now. Calm down. Sometimes breathe in.
Exactly.
Breathe in and out. In and out. And that is why I encourage women, please have something doing for yourself. Please have something doing. If not, marriage will knock you out. Sometimes have a job, have something. If you have to be going to school every year, please go to school every year. I don't know. Just make sure that your mind is occupied in that marriage so you don't end in mental. I told that one of my daughter called me today. She just finished therapy now, about to be, go into anxiety medications. I believe in communication, not arguments. God bless you, Mr.
Yeah.
Yomi.
He
Emotional
said,
torture is when a woman just want to fight, argue, and instead of communicate. When men don't like repetition. I applaud a man who keeps quiet and just go out instead of hitting them. God bless you.
yeah,
Exactly. Do
that's a
not hit
lot
the
of
woman.
character. Yeah, that's a
Go
strong
out.
character.
But make sure that when you come back later and she is calm on the bed, you should talk about that thing. No woman is mad. Remember, no dog barks at
You
nothing.
say you say no, that is mad.
No woman is mad.
Are
Make
you
sure
sure?
not tag us as
What,
well.
are you sure you're not? Some people just like trouble, right? No matter
Are
how
you
peaceful you
serious?
are, some people without trouble. You know, I've heard this is common. Some people, if there's no pepper body somewhere, they feel like it's boring.
Oh
That the man
wow.
is too quiet. He just comes into the house, he sits down. He doesn't make them to get jealous. He doesn't
Oh.
make them to get on their toes. They like that kind of drama. So they
Wow.
bring
When
that kind
some are
of
looking
drama
for
into the
peace.
relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
This thing you're saying is true because there's one of my doctors that told me that okay, these three people, I know them. One of the guys and two women. So one of the ladies was saying that, Mama, let me tell you, you see his wife, this guy. I wish God would make this guy multiple because women are looking for men like that to marry. He is a good man. So the wife, this other sister is telling me that, Mama, let me tell you what the wife does to him. 3 months without a fight, the wife will be looking for a fight. She'll say, no, the house is too quiet. She said the expiration date is 3 months. It didn't pass 3 months.
She will look
That if
for
nothing has happened in 3 months, oh,
she will look for.
she will look for. So I accept. I'm just trying to say that what you said is valid. It's hard to believe, but there are some women that would just look for something once every 3 months. That house has to
If you
boil.
don't put some pepper into the relationship, they
He's
feel
like,
you don't
oh
love them.
no, come on, peace is better. So the next thing I was saying is, ask the guy, where are you going in the next 5 years? I didn't say what is your dream. No be dream with a chop. Dreams are cute. Thank you. I said, what is your direction? I love your dreams. Yeah, but I'd like to know about your direction. Direction is measurable. Okay. I don't want a guy that is going to say, oh, my dream in life is that, I'll become the governor of this state. What is your direction? Where are you going? What are you doing right now? I want you to tell me that I'm working towards going to college in the next 1 year. I have started my admission. I'm working towards opening a logistic company. This is what I have down. What is your direction? Oh, I'm saving money already. I have $5,000 or 20. I'm saving to buy a home. What is your direction? Women don't eat dreams. Direction is measurable.
So,
Direction tells you
at
he's
this
going this
at this
way.
point, at this point, I want to chip something in.
Okay.
So there are some men whose vision is going to be for a long term, right? And their vision will require them to make some sacrifices. It might be for maybe 1 2 years. I've seen a case where the husband said, if this my wife was not patient with me enough at a point in time, I have a friend, right? We used to work together in the media house, and the media house was in they were having backlogs of salaries, and he wanted to start doing his independent job.
Mm-hmm.
So he sat down with me one day and said, you know what, that he wants to start this thing by the side, but his wife is working full time outside, she's making money, but he needs support for like 6 months. That he knows this thing will pick up, but within 6 months he might not be able to make money. And I said, well, you understand your wife, that has to be her understanding. And truly, after the wife took care of the home for within 6 months, going to a year, he said the first 1 year he didn't make any income. The wife, he said, once the salary comes, they will take care of the home together. And between me and you right now, his organization, the number of people he employs, they are more than 25, and this is going more than 10 years now. So the question is, how long is 1 year sacrifice? And this is where I would say that if These are some of the things to
No,
test
he
out
had
and
a
know.
direction. With what he said, there was a direction already.
The direction
And it's not just a dream.
is a long-term thing. 6 months is a long term for a woman to be bringing out money from her pocket.
That's okay, but we're doing this, the
Some
direction.
women will not do it 3 months. You begin to collect. Yeah,
You begin to collect what?
you will get insults now. You will be you will hear the
Stop
story of your
tagging
life.
women like that. Women are not like that.
Some are like that. So some dreams that certain men, and that's why I would advise that any man, if you know your dream is really tall, and you know that it might take you a bit long to achieve that dream, these are some of the things you need to really know at the beginning. Because sometimes look at Jeff Bezos sat down in his basement. Sometimes the dream of a man is so big that it might be 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Test and know. If you know this woman within 6 months that you're making that sacrifice for that big dream, and no, typically these days it's not more than 3 months. And within 6 months, the woman really, within 6 months, she's giving you pepper body. Do not move forward with that relationship, because I understand that for every man,
And yeah, not good.
for every man, his life has a purpose in life, right? And this is another thing we all need to appreciate about both relationship and marriages. Every individual, both man, woman, we need to start training ourselves, training our young ones to be able to appreciate that they themselves as an individual are whole. As a man, you are whole. Your number one completeness comes from God, not from your wife or your children or from your family. What makes you complete as a man is, first of all, your relationship with God. Every other person that comes in line, your children, they come to complement what you as an individual are made to do, and that's to serve God, right? So, because one of the things that makes us to run into wrong relationships is because that need of, I must have someone with me at every point in time. As a single
Hi.
woman or as a single man, you must get to the point where you can stay on your own 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and not be desperate to be in a relationship.
Don't.
Once you have control over yourself to that extent, you have conquered yourself. And
Yeah.
that's one of the first criteria for you to be able to manage a relationship. So it becomes codependency. But when you are desperate, I must be in a relationship at every point in time, then you are bound to run into someone who is not ready, or your level of readiness is not the same level of readiness of the woman you're trying to get with. So if you know your dream is a long dream, you need like 4 5 years to achieve your dream, and you notice that her patience is not going to go more than 6 months, don't.
Yeah, that your dream should come with a direction. That's what I'm just mean. Because you know, some people are scamming women now with dreams. They will come and talk big, 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 but nothing is on the table. Don't come and
You
scam
say
any
people are
woman.
scamming women.
Yes, I'm saying like the dreams are good, but they have to be a direction. Directions are measurable. You see that, okay, it can be a reality, right? Women love to sacrifice with men, but let it be measurable. Let me see that there is a direction for this thing. Don't come and talk big, big, big. And whoever you are with should be doing something. A woman recently left a guy who is in Nigeria. She was trying to get married to him, but see that that she's here, she's working, and this guy doesn't have anything he's doing. And he keeps saying that when he comes here, maybe he, like, no, where are you right now? You can do something right now. Because you can't think about the next time when you come to America, you come here and that kind of a person might give you issues because later they'll say you're pushing them beyond boundaries and you're selfish and you're this. So, direction. You need to meet somebody who is, even if it's little, tangible, at
It's
least
very
see that
important. It's very
it's very
important for
important.
each person to
I
be
want to read this
hardworking.
comment that this person wrote. This Joe. Joe said, "This topic is the reason I recently." You see now this topic.
Left a
It's
lady
not this
in
topic. Okay,
ATM.
let me just read it. This topic is the reason I recently left a lady here in Atlanta before she give me BP. You don't give her BP, Abby. She will pick fights and talk and talk for 2 weeks, even after you beg her to let it go. So women arguments are not logic. Women, please don't
So
give men
so
BP with
so
your behavior.
this doesn't apply only to relationships, right? I know a particular family, they had an uncle in the States as far back as 1980 something. He started telling me he was planning to bring the family to the States. So while he was putting in for their immigrant visa, that was immigrant visa. And you know, for families, when you apply for family, brother, sister, it takes about 10 years, sometimes 12 years for the visa to be ready.
Sorry, Gossip Meal is watching us from TikTok, and it's saying invite Gossip Meal to join live. Gossip Meal, thank you so much for watching us, and we appreciate you watching. God bless you. All right,
Yeah.
sorry.
So that uncle now told a lot of his siblings that don't do anything. You don't need to do anything. He was in America. Don't do anything. You know, I'm bringing you here. I was one of those who heard about that and told everybody in that family. I said, you know what? Regardless of whether you have a hope of going to America or not, start doing something. Use your life. Live your life as if you're not going there. So, for any man who or woman who is having dreams, find something to do. You know, no matter how little,
Okay.
something to do while you're working towards the dreams.
Please respond to Godfrey's question here. He said, what happens when a spouse is pressuring his spouse to change a job in which the spouse has been working the job for years and before marriage? What is your take, please?
Okay, I would have loved to know whether it's the man or the woman asking the other
The
person
person
to
is
leave the job.
the person who asking this question is a man.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is how I understand a spouse asking a husband to. So sometimes a wife might see what the man does not see. So if we are blessed to marry a woman who has the Spirit of God, a woman who has foresight, sometimes her suggestions to you might actually be where you will have your breakthrough. So you need to understand who you are with at that point in time and the reason behind she or he encouraging you to leave the job to look for another job. Sometimes you're leaving the job, going to another one might bring you better openings, right? And some other times it might be based on insecurity. Maybe they feel threatened by somebody at the place where you work, but you understand your partner the best and you know, but let's also understand something, right? Not every individual in this life will be wealthy. Some individual in life will be wealthy in terms of their simplicity. They'll be wealthy in terms of the knowledge they pass to their children. They will live and work a good job that pays their bills and supports their family, right? So because you see maybe your friends they change jobs and they are doing well, it might not always apply with your mate. So that's why for some of those decisions it's good to prayerfully take those decisions. And if you're a family, then you should be able to pray together as a team for directions on some of these decisions. Now there are some decisions in life that must go with prayers, and these are anything that is a life-changing decisions: job, career, marriage. As Christians, we must have prayers to direct us in those steps. And if your mate is with you in that, it makes it better. So both of you can pray over that decision and be able to hear the direction you get on what steps to take.
Exactly. I support what he's saying. And I'm going to react to something you said because you did mention maybe the wife is insecure about somebody that works in the job with a husband. So I'm going to ask you a question, Mr. Tito, on that. I want to acknowledge what Minister Yomi said. He said people should leave marriage and stay in their father's house. Marriage is a lot of work and it takes intentionality, real sacrifice, and a lot of forgiveness. Stop damaging yourselves. Be kind
Kind
to one
person.
another, and that's true. Be kind to one another. That's just it. Kindness is the word. Okay. Thank you for that comment. I'm going to ask you this. You said something about insecurities. Now, if a man is doing well, and among his cycles is a lot of women, right? But then there's a particular woman he is close to, and by his own definition, he has nothing to do with her, and she's also influential, but he has nothing by his own definition to do with her. Now, but the wife is uncomfortable with that friendship. As the man, what would you do?
Okay, so this particular instance, it's the actual condition will determine, right? First of all, we should understand that some women generally, naturally are prone to jealousy more than men.
I don't believe you. Now men they jealous part. Hey, the things that men say women are jealous of, if women do them to men, heaven will come down. What are
Okay,
you saying?
some, not all. So
But
some,
just like this
some.
thing now, can
Okay,
a
in this,
woman
in
have some
this.
kind of friendship like that and the man will just be watching? You know, it won't be talk
So
again now.
let's
So
let's
leave that
let's
one.
understand these things before a man, before you marry your man. Understand the industry he works in. If your man works in the media, and let's be realistic here, if your man works in the media, your man works in a place where he has to deal with women of the opposite sex. Is it after you are married now, you now tell him that there's a woman in his office that he should leave the work because you feel insecure? Maybe the woman was working there before you got married to him. So we should also understand that where your man works, you should decide if you accept his kind of job before you marry him.
What if the man
Don't
doesn't have that kind of job? And probably he wasn't influential or wasn't rich, and later you got married and life happens and it becomes things became good. And then he has this particular influential woman, but you are not comfortable with the relationship. He has nothing to do with her, according to his own definition.
If he has nothing, that's where trust comes in. So there is no way, no matter how trustworthy a man or a woman is, there is no way you will know what your husband is doing 247. There, your wife should take priority over the other woman. So there is no way you will know what your wife is doing 247. You can't be with your wife 247. So everything has its own risk. It is a risk and trust. That's where trust comes in. You need to trust your man to the extent that you can tell people and say, look, and besides, if you start listening to everything you hear from outside, oh, I saw your husband talking with a woman there. What if he's discussing his business? So suspicion is one of the number one reasons relationships die.
Minister Tito, who takes priority here?
Who takes priority in terms of
If the
whether the
woman
man
says,
should
I
leave
do
his
not
job?
like the relationship with this woman, though influential, who
When
should who takes priority?
the wife should take priority,
So what should the man
but
do?
the man should draw boundaries. But I wouldn't say the man should leave his job.
No, it's not a job. This is a friendship. Though there is nothing, he claims that they don't have anything doing. It's just a friendship. The other person is as popular as he is, so it's just a friendship. And the woman said, I don't like how you always talk to this woman. I don't like how she calls you for this and for that. And how you stay on phone with her sometimes, talking for long, even though it's not romantic, but I'm not comfortable. What should the man do?
He needs to draw some lines, right? He needs to draw,
Not
that's why
withdraw?
he needs to have discipline. In his home, he needs to give his wife respect. And there are certain conversations that he needs to have if it is not work related when he gets home. His home should have some form of decorum. It's reality, right? You give your wife the respect she needs in her space. If you get to work and all the conversations you need to have it at work, have it at work. But when you are with your wife, if you know, and then if you know that will give your wife insecurity, then you should protect your home, right? The man should protect his home.
I want to say this. I think
Charlie said he would divorce his wife or marry the co-worker.
Wait, who said?
Cut off the friendship to save the marriage. This
You see the kind of men we have in our generation today. If it's for me, I'll divorce my wife and get married to my co-worker. Shame should catch you people. You see, when I now see other ladies now act, it's like I'm fighting for. But this, you see, this thing you said is a very bad one.
So some of these
It's a very bad
questions
one.
we are saying, like maybe the man, let's say the man is a pastor in church, right? And after service, women go for counseling, men go for counseling in his office. She can't be there for counseling,
Mm-mm.
and it is a natural thing. Let
God
me tell you.
forgive. Yeah, God forgive you. God
So
forgive you.
so let me give you a personal instance, right? So my dad was an elder in where we worshipped, and people liked my father. He was very approachable. I personally noticed that all the single women, he was old. My dad was 60, thereabout. All the single women who wanted counsel, they were always coming to my dad for counseling,
Ah.
right? And now I'm looking back and thinking like, what was going through my mom's mind? I know she used to, she was not the one that talks. She was more of the one that keeps it inside.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, my mom used to keep a lot of malice.
Internalize a lot.
Yeah, my mom kept
Malice.
malice. Truly, and guess what? When I grew up, this is one of the things. It took me. There was a time, one of my first relationships I had. I knew I ruined it because of malice. Not be, not
So you
because
can keep
not be,
malice.
not because of malice, but because I didn't know how to express myself. Now I rephrase it. So not malice. I didn't know how to express myself to say how I was feeling. So she would tell me like, Jedediah, what's wrong? Have I done anything? I can't express it. My mouth will be heavy. I
Oh.
can't say. So she was hurting. And guess what? She had a good job. Very good job. I had a good job. I had a car, I had an apartment to myself. But I was still insecure. I could not discuss my concerns with her. She was always hurting, like, what is the problem? Within me, I'll discuss with my friends and say, man, I'm not sure. This babe, she has a lot of money, man. Are you sure she won't leave me later? Those were my worries as at that time. The relationship got bad and spoiled. She was broken. She didn't want to forgive me for a while. But after a while, I realized that that was what destroyed it. It was my not being able to talk. And that was because I went through I went through deliverance. I had to go through prayer to break that spirit of not being able to talk. I had to pray for the ability to speak out.
A lot of men should go for prayers like this. They don't know. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
most things that are wrong with men, it's problems with them, but they don't know. A
it's
lot of
both
them would,
ways. It's
yeah.
both ways.
Yeah,
It
no, let's
happens
talk
to
about
both
the
men and
man
women.
now. Women own plenty. But you see this thing, I love the fact that you acknowledge something was off and you had to
I
fix it.
couldn't because I didn't know, I didn't grow up where you could say how you felt, like express it. So I had to learn that later. And then I started to, with that knowledge, I had to now make peace with, I had to call her up like, man, I messed up, right? I didn't know how to talk. So we now had that conversation like, I didn't know how to even say how I felt, right? And I now made it a point of duty to now try to start passing that knowledge to my siblings, like,
Good.
you're angry with somebody, say it out.
It out. Don't keep it to
Express
yourself.
yourself.
I
Don't
would
keep it
say that
in.
I would text you and say, hey, if this thing is wrong. You see, I acknowledge what gentle Colin, he said, I need that prayers. Reach out to me, we'll pray you out of it. Charlie, you said you leave your wife and hold a relationship. Mama, life is sweet. Men should enjoy themselves because you think it's enjoyment. You think
So let me
it's
let
not
me let
enjoyment
me
anything.
let me just add this for those listening because this will help a lot of people. So if you remember that in Galatians chapter 5, where we have the fruitage of the spirit. So the fruitage of the spirit is love, joy, peace, kindness, mildness, self-control, all that positive thing. So how you know as an individual that you are not being led by the fruitage of the spirit. And you see, this understanding is part of the understanding that determines whether a relationship or marriage will work or not. Every time you feel uncontrolled anger, every time you feel uncontrolled malice, now remember that malice is not a fruitage of the spirit. Every time you feel uncontrolled bitterness, somebody has done something, you're so bitter, you want to get back at them. The spirit controlling you at that point in time is not the spirit of God. It's not the fruitage of the it's not the fruitage of the spirit. Once you notice it, that is your prayer point. If you're having challenges in your relationship because of that, that is your prayer point. And if you're not able to, and you might not get an answer to that prayer when you do it once, you need to make that prayer consistent. Father, every spirit of anger that destroys. Now, remember that some relationships, what destroys it? Some people should have been married so many years or stayed in their marriage. What destroys it? Once a good guy comes around or a good lady comes around, one mistake, one anger, they never forgive till the relationship spoils, and then their eyes now clear like, I was too angry, and then it's gone. So as
Anger.
Christians, we must understand when we are in those moments where we begin to lose it. When I'm angry, I don't listen to anybody till I destroy everything. That is the spirit of
We need to talk about
destruction.
anger as a topic one day, because this is very important. So many relationships ended because of that one thing you could not let go or just forgive, and you held it, you kept it, you used it to torment the other person for too long, and everybody will make mistake at one point. How easily do you forgive? Yeah, you have to control your anger. I mean, he is so right. And
Yomex
part of
said
the
he has
thing,
a question for me. Yomex, what's the question?
Yemex, please ask your question. And I don't know if anybody's trying to
So
request.
I
I know I
want
had a
to.
problem, but you can request me if you want to join this session. I can take one person to join us.
So Prince
I
Ike the Great, Mama, let me just answer this question. Prince Ike the Great said it is not prayer. This is therapy or counseling. There are some things that are not by praying. So let's understand something here, okay? You see, a lot of the things that are treated as therapy. Now remember that I have a sister who has a master's in psychology, and she's worked in the Yaba psychiatry in Nigeria. And she had cases of therapy and a lot of cases, where they deal with some of these things. And at one point in time, I have asked her, I wanted to see one of your therapists, and I've gone to see one of the therapists. But therapists, there are a lot of therapists who have come out to say that at the root of a lot of what people go to seek therapy for, hi boss, good to have you. That at the root of a lot of
Okay.
what people go
Good
to seek
evening.
therapy for, there is demonic possession, right?
Thank you. And
Th-
therapies cannot take out something that is demonic.
There are
I
some
told you
things
about what my
therapy
daughter had taught
cannot
me today.
take out.
She said she has gone through all the therapy, and now she's still having anxiety, and she wants to start taking medications for anxiety. What am I saying? There are some things that we need to pray them out. You need to take care of the spiritual aspect of it. Look, this is my ministry. I know these things. There are so many things that we overlook as physical, as behavioral issues, and we don't even know that is more spiritual than physical. Okay. Now, um,
Okay,
there's a
your Max is
lady
the one that joined us now.
whose mom left the dad, and when the woman left the husband, the younger brother was just 2 months old, and she left the husband. Guess what? Her own daughter did it the same to the husband. Now you will say they don't want stay marriage. No. Once something comes as a pattern, there is a spirit behind it. It is no more what you're doing with your own understanding or senses. It is backed by a spirit. It's a pattern, it's a spirit, because it must happen. And you're just the unlucky host. You're just the unlucky host for
Yeah,
that thing to continue with or on.
there's a particular guy in Nigeria. He told myself and my friend, he said his grandfather beat the grandmother, chased her out of the home. He said his father beat his mother and chased her out of the home. He said his current marriage, that on several occasions, he said it has gotten to that point where his wife will so taunt him that he will almost want to do that. He said, but when he remembered that this thing happened to my grandfather, this thing happened to my father, he
I
said
must break the cycle.
he wants to break that cycle. So the guy has dedicated his life to, he said, you know what? I don't care what this woman is going to do. I will keep praying and I will stay till that thing is
God will
broken. I
bless
don't want
him.
it to happen to my own children.
He's a
So
good
there is
man. You know why?
signs
If he does it, it's to continue with the children.
it will continue.
He's just an unlucky host. So his problem now, he's subduing it. He's fighting it. And let me tell you how such things happen. They will definitely engineer a woman that would be that perfect actor for you to do that same thing.
Of course.
So let's say if there was no triggers, he won't have issues, right? But they will bring you a woman that will give you those triggers so that you can
To
continue in that pattern.
repeat the pattern.
Yeah. But I thank God he has found God and he's doing what he's doing. I want to appreciate, I want to welcome Mr. Yomi. God bless you. Thank you for joining me today.
Yes, ma'am.
I know you have a question you wanted to ask Batito here, and what you wanted to add to this discussion. And I know you have a lot of intelligent insights. So I've had this session with you one time, and I know you're brilliant. Please, I want to also sound us, okay? Whatever we're saying live here, do not mind what anybody is saying. All of us have our own where we're coming from. So you cannot just please be yourself and let's have this discussion. And I love to have you here. I wanted to add something before my brother here says something. Before you get married, I know this we've been discussing a lot, but I hope you're taking the points we've made on this very interesting topics today, especially those that started from the beginning. Now, one of the questions you want to ask the guy is, what is your relationship with God when no one is watching? Remember, not how often do you go to church? Now lie. When no one is watching, what is your relationship with God? Who is that person that they can call you? When a guy tell you nobody tells me what to do, please run away. Please, I dey tell you now, don't repeat these things. Now, I have told you guys, with my position, I have my experiences. Sometimes when I tell you my experience, you will not know. And sometimes when I tell you the experiences of others, you would not know. But I'm telling you that these are the report, these are things that has happened to so many people. When a man tells you that you cannot teach an old dog a new trick, run away. When he tells you nobody tell me what to do, please, I'm asking you to please run away. Don't get married to that person, because I am telling you it's only but a matter of time. You would come out. In short, they will ruin your life. And if you're not careful, you'll be on the same depression medication or anxiety medication that, this my daughter said she's taking. Madam, must we go to church? That's what I'm saying. See your head. What's his name? I'm not saying that. You see what I said is, what is your relationship with God when no one is watching? It must not be church. Do you know what I'm saying is, when people are watching, people can act. Everybody you see in this life is an actor. The biggest actors in this life, more than Hollywood actors, are the pastors and their wives. Let me tell you, the biggest actors in life are pastors and their wives. The wife of a pastor has been trained to act in church, even when they just fought before they got into the car. She has been trained. You see how they train queens to marry kings. That is how a pastor's wife has been trained. Most of them are suffering. Let me tell you, I don't want to mention name. I know them. The big pastors
I don't think
you
that
see.
applies. I don't think it applies only to pastor's wife. It's general in society. Every woman and the husband comes out and looks fine, smiling like everything is
No,
good.
no,
No,
no.
but
I'm saying this as a woman of God. I know what I'm telling you. Most pastors and their wives, they've been trained. Because somebody said, must somebody go to church? That's why I'm telling you that. I said, when no one is watching. That is the best. When no one is watching, what is your relationship with God? Most people act for you to see. Most people come on the altar and talk and act like they have a relationship with God. Most pastors, they don't have any personal relationship with God at all. You see, everything they're doing on that altar is fake. In the house, they are monsters. Most pastors are beating their wives. Most pastors have 10 girlfriends in their church. In that same church, they have, and their wife sometimes knows. But the wife is trained not to attack a woman in church. The wife is trained not to say anything. So that's why I say the greatest actors we have are pastors. But the pastor's wife is suffering. She goes to church and smile. Because of course, if you frown your face and if you don't look too good, people will start suspecting. The news will go out there. So you are trained to act. Even when you want to break the table. No, I'm not breaking the table. Let me tell you. Even when there is a viral news that the man was caught and there is a picture that he slept with a woman, the wife is trained to come out and do a disclaimer. That is not my husband's this thing. My husband did not do it. So I'm telling you, some of you are more born again than the pastors you go under to worship with, or under to worship on. Most of you have more relationship with God. And the bad thing is you cannot teach a person who feels is right in what he's doing. You cannot tell them to be right. A pastor is the one that comes to preach to you and tell you, worship the Lord, be good. How then can you tell a person like that be good? They feel they know it all. So the worst person to correct is the pastor. The worst person to talk to, or the worst on the last day, there'll be more pastors in hell than some of you. Because the thing is, they know the right things, but they did not do it. And they actually preach the right things, but they did not practice it.
So is it safe to say rather than there'll be more of false worshippers
false worshippers?
Yeah, false.
False. But what I'm saying, pastor, people don't understand, because every pastor is not false. Like, if I say false worshippers, you will not know. We all see them as men of God, pastor, man of God. But a lot of them are wrong. A lot of them are abusers to their wives. I'm telling you, you go to counseling and you're telling the pastor what your husband is doing to you. Your husband is better than the pastor you're complaining. Your husband in the house is better than that pastor you've gone to report your husband to. Because what if the wife of that pastor comes out and tell you what she's been through in his hands, you will go back and hug your husband and say, thank you. You are more holier than even the person I thought was a God. What am I saying?
There's a question we have here. There's a question from Park Moore. It says, how about a case where a woman is still married, but none of her daughters are married? One is divorced and the other is single mom. In my opinion, I think sometimes it's the wokeness of this generation.
Yeah.
That's right too.
Yeah, that's right. I know a woman who is married, but 3 of her daughters are back home today.
Back home?
Like, they are back to their father's house.
Oh boy.
But she has been married for over 40 years. Because her first daughter is at least 43 years old, so 44 years old. But 3 of the daughters got married, but they've gone back home to stay with her. So most times, I would say things are really deep, and sometimes upbringing. And sometimes, let me tell you, because your mother was married for 40 years to your father and stayed in that marriage, does not make her a good wife. It only makes your father a tolerable husband. And if you go and do what your husband, because what I'm saying is, in these girls, I've seen when they talk, I'm not judging anybody, when they react, how I've heard them talk to their husband sometimes, how they make decisions and back. You're like, okay, that's where the problem is. It's not, the problem is not just the man, but also the woman. And when you see how the mother reacts to things, and sometimes they tell you, my mother is hot. My mother in the house. If she wants to bring the house down, even my father, they think their mother is hard. But then you pick up those traits from your mother
and take it to somebody's son.
And take it to somebody else's son.
Innocent son.
Innocent son who will not tolerate it. And then your marriage packs up in 5 years. And you're back home. And people are saying, how come the mother is still married and the children? Just like this thing you said. Because the mother did not train them well. The father is only a godly man that tolerated their mother. But unfortunately, they are not married to men that can tolerate them the way their father is tolerating their mother. Because if their father is like every other man, if I don't leave their mama, the man will not try. You understand? So that is one of those things. It's not about how long did a woman stay in marriage. How well did she treat her husband before her daughters? Because what the daughters saw her doing is what they would do. Minister Yomi, thank you so much. Today's topic is interviewing your partner before you get married.
How you doing,
Yeah.
Pastor Francis? How you doing?
Yeah.
My brother, I greet you, sir.
Good evening. Good
All
to
right.
have you.
I've been listening for a while. I actually came to ask my brother some question, but let me just start. Let me just start here. Number one, marriage is not a scam because it is God's idea.
It is not.
It,
Yeah.
it can never be a
It's
scam.
not. Yeah.
So, but because we that are doing this marriage thing decide to introduce our own laws and ideas and everything, it will mess up the whole concept. I want
Yeah.
us to understand that, right? It's just like when you buy a car, like a Benz, or this GL, whatever, and they will tell you premium. You decide to go and put kerosene inside it because it's the same liquid from the same petrol station. Your car will malfunction at some point.
It will knock.
It's just normal. You now say, this Benz, this series is just bad because you decided to introduce something into it that is not
Yeah.
supposed to be there. I want us to understand that. Just because you 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 married somebody who is not a kind person and then it gets messed up in marriage does not make marriage a bad thing. It's just that you ended up with a bad person or a wrong person, so to say, that mess up the whole concept. Let's understand this very well. Because you come out of school with F9 does not make school idea bad.
Bad.
You
Mm-hmm.
just didn't do what you're supposed to do to make sure that you come out with good grades on a normal day. So I
Yeah.
want us to really see it from this angle. Number one, when we're growing up in church, we had so many things that we didn't verify, we didn't check. As we are growing up, we just keep repeating the same thing until you get to a point in life where you say, wait a minute, what is this story actually saying? What is this person actually saying? As we're talking, I realized that Moses was in the presence of God for 40 days. As in the Bible, Moses is about the only person that sees God, if I'm not mistaken. That's the only person in that time that could maybe saw the back of God. He was with God. His face was radiant. People cannot even look at his face. Excuse me, sir. After 40 days, he came out, he was angry.
Mm-hmm.
Anger issues.
He was angry
But
that
he had anger issues. Yeah.
he
I
was
think the
angry
stammering
that
added to it.
God said, speak to the mountain. He struck the mountain. But do you know
Mountain
what happened? The miracle still happened.
happened.
The
Yeah.
people see God water, but he was punished.
It was.
Why? So I was asking but when you're a Christian, you're a child of God, all this has passed away. Everything's supposed to be nice. And now I realize that, wait a minute, there are some things that naturally you need to be intentional about. Just because you give your life to Christ, Papa, this one lands on you, this GO pour oil on you. If you don't work on some things, you will be an anointed, angry human being. So I'm
Right.
saying this to say that church is like an hospital where you have different kind of ailments. People come there, people will get tumor, will get cancer, will get rheumatism, will get whatever. So just because you see somebody going to church and they now mess up, they did something, say, all these church people, all these Jesus people, it's an individual thing.
Mm-hmm.
Church is supposed
Yeah.
to make us come together for us to see. Think about it. When you have a group of friends who are wise, and you are moving with them over and over after some time you begin
You
to make
become
better
wise.
decisions,
Yeah.
you begin to get wiser, you begin to because you're always with them. So that's what church is supposed to do for us as human beings. Iron sharpened iron. We are not
Mm-hmm.
perfect people. We are just trying to. And see, I still thank God that you still go to church. You know why I said that? Because if you remove God from your life, you will be a terror. That your husband go crazy gone. Is he coming to church? Is he beating you? Eh? Talk if he does not go to church at all. He go throw you from balcony. You are finished. So I'm saying this to say that number one, be a kind person, a kind human being, somebody who is intentional about making somebody else's better. Like I don't want this person to go bad on my account. If you see it that way, it helps you. For example, before we're talking about men like to keep quiet, women do this, and I type some things. At least in our age, we don't try one or two. If you have put a woman in the house before, you will understand some things that some women just want to argue, they just want to talk, and they call it communication. For a guy, let me see, I'm talking from my point of view. Men does not like small talks. All this. Once I tell you, Francisca, I heard you. It's okay. Trust me, I heard you. But you're like, no, you want to sit on the carpet. You just give me 2 words.
I'm live.
I heard you. I heard you. Why would you just say, I heard you?
I heard you. You should say something more.
Do you understand? But women don't realize that. In my head, for example, now, I'm sitting down here. Today is on the 1st. I'm thinking rent, insurance for the car, to do this,
Everything.
to do that. Everything is in the brain, but I'm smiling. Maybe the money is not even complete. And then you came. Did you see our neighbor? Did you see the clinical? And I don't want to engage. You be like, are you not supposed to be my chatting partner? Are you not supposed to be my clinical partner?
Exactly.
You see, from there, I'm not saying,
Wrong
oh,
time.
I got. So I'm saying this to say that exactly. I'm saying it to say that if we are sensitive in our marriages or with whoever we are with, and we can read the atmosphere, we will do better. For example, look at the Bible. There was a king. You dare not come in front of him until or except he invite you. Esther had a pressing issue. She just had to go in front of the king.
Mm-hmm.
She just had to go in front of the king. And then when she got there, it's tradition. The people around the king say, ha, your head will be cut off today. Until the king stretch out his golden staff to say, allow her. He broke protocol.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying this to say that there are times that some discussions are not necessary. If you realize that your partner is not having it, don't make an issue.
Don't make an issue.
Don't make the
Leave
man
it.
look like he doesn't want to talk to you, or he's thinking of another girl outside, or you are no longer appealing to him. Yeah, it's like there's no butterfly in your tummy anymore. You don't love me anymore. Don't let us do that. That's by
I
the
hope
way.
you guys are learning some of these things before marriage. And all you people that are just commenting, you this Charlie, you're not born again. I can see from your comment sessions, from this comment section, you are not born again.
You see,
I'm seeing you talking about prenup.
somebody said, but she's not talking for 24 hours now.
Hours.
Just give the hour or
less
of talking. So now, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. This is the thing I understand about women. You see, my brother, I have to go and study. I said something that when we're growing up, you now begin to question things. I now realize that 2 things that I realized in my life for women. Number 1, no matter how rich a woman can be, I don't care who your papa is, I don't care how much you are making. The fact that she's taking her husband's money is a joy to them. My husband bought me this bag. My husband gave me this thing. My husband.
Mama, you support, right?
No.
I want to learn
love
it.
A man
it's true.
to be in control.
True.
Look, a woman can be making $20,000, right? She can still be, they can have a joint account, but there's this thing about a man being in control and say, babe, I want to take you out for lunch and buy the food and pay. Or she sees something coming that has a package and is a bag. Hey, when I don't know love, you people should learn all this conversation. That is why you say you cannot get married. You see this Charlie now, this thing you're saying, prenup, because even I don't know how you're thinking it's see finish don't enter between you and women. Because let me tell you, there are some women you get married, you not think about prenup. You get married and you not think about prenup. You're talking about prenup, Charlie. If you want marry woman now, with millionaire, I see you say you're in New York, you're working in where in New York. If you're going to get married to a woman here in the US, and the woman is already a millionaire here in the US, tell me the truth. Will you sign for prenup? Will you tell her to sign prenup before you get married to her?
Mama, I will touch on that. That's number 1. Because I have actually seen women that will order for gifts for themselves and say it's their husband that sent to them so that they can just tell their friends and say, oh, do you know that Abayomi actually got a kiniko in China and then she kiniko and she bought with her money. Am I lying, Mama?
True.
Now let me tell you, you're not lying. I've done
That's
it.
one.
Let me ask you one thing. Is that the seats? Let me just ask, is that the seats?
As far as I'm concerned, I don't know what it's called, But
Or
I
is it
just
covering for the man? Because let me
some
tell you, as you asked me, are you lying? Let me tell you what I did in 2019, when I finished school, became a nurse. I was like, okay, I need to get myself a new car. I need to buy a car. I told my husband, and we went to Toyota of Dallas to buy a new car, right? It was a brand new 2019 Toyota Highlander. I bought the car. I snap picture, I put up for Facebook. My husband just bought me a car. And when they gave us that thing to go and hit the bell, I said, you hit the bell. And he went and hit the bell. Boom, boom. And I put the video. My husband bought me a car, a brand new car. I'm so lucky. I'm so blessed. And I shouted, my husband loves me. My husband, dada. I lied. Yes. But
let
is
me ask
that
a
a good
question.
lie to
Let me ask a
cover the man?
question. Let me ask a question. If you have said that, oh, I just bought myself a car, and you put it like that without your husband, I just bought myself a car. How will it make you feel? Why do you think you said my husband bought
What
me a car?
made
Why?
you to
Yeah, what
refer to
made you
Because
your
the
say it's my
husband?
husband
husband?
should be in charge, should have control. As in, because I wanted to give him his honor as the man. And because if you say you bought yourself a car, some people start thinking, the husband not buy him car. You know what I mean? A
Uh-huh.
lot of women are covering up for men. A lot of women are marrying themselves in the marriages and they are covering up for their husbands. It is not a bad thing.
Now, this is
It's
where the
not.
problem is, Ma. Pastor Francisca, this is where the problem is. If I'm your man, and maybe God help you, you make more money and all that, and you still want to say, oh, I'm doing this for you, will it not be better to say, your Max, I love this Benz, and I actually have money for it. I would have loved you to buy it for me, but I understand the situation. Take this money. That's the color that I like. Go and get it and give it to me. You
Rather
don't already
than
buy them.
rather than buying it and
Rather than
putting up
buying
the
it,
show.
contact my name along. In fact, let me tell you what it's going to do to you. It makes you look better in society, but you are damaging that man, whether you like it or not. He may not
Hmm.
talk
No, this is when
inside.
you have cars. Okay, for example, buying a brand new 2019 car was almost $50,000, right?
Okay,
So you obviously would not pay cash. It's going to
okay,
come out of your credit. You're going to have to
okay.
present your credit if it's good enough to buy the car. And you're going
O-
to pay it over, I think, 5 years that they gave, right?
Okay, in that
So the
instance,
man doesn't want to take that responsibility. He's
okay,
not going to tell you, I will pay for car for 5 years. He
Pastor,
doesn't have, so it has to be under your name. It has to be you
okay,
paying for the
I
car.
see where you're coming from, but
Yeah.
even at that, I will still call my husband and say, honey, I like this car. This is what I want. What's your opinion about it? Oh, it's good. Okay, I put on my credit, no problem. Blah blah blah. You already have an agreement before you went ahead and do
Of
it.
course, that is why we are there together. Of
Yeah.
Because
course.
you know that some people will say, let me tell you why I'm saying this before I finish my point. Some women, I have seen this happen, like especially in this America. They have more money than their husband. They are working. I don't want to mention their profession. So they won't say I'm tagging a profession. And then they will do things even without the husband consent. And then they will now come and tag the guy's name. And the guy will be like, baby, you know that
No,
we are
that,
trying to
that one is
do
not
this.
good.
You know we are trying to do this, and you still want. I say, didn't I work for it? Is it
I
not
can
my
afford
credit?
it.
Is it not my Kiniko?
No. That one is, as a matter of fact, is disrespect. Actually, myself, I didn't even know about Toyota because coming from Nigeria, then what we saw was Murano. So that was my car. I would drive Murano when I come here. But then it was in my husband said, no, let's get a Toyota. Toyota is a better product here in the US. It has resale value. It has this
Charlie.
one. You understand? So it's
Charlie.
something we spoke about and we went there and got it together. I saw one, I think it's Pack Mod. I said, even if I be billionaire, I must still collect my husband money. I can't afford a lot of things, but it feels
I
different if
can
you see
afford,
a man
yeah.
buy
No,
something
I
for
mean,
you.
I
I can
just feel
afford a
like,
lot of things, but
yeah,
God, thank you. See, it feels different when you
I
buy
know.
something for your wife. It feels just so different. You want to have control over that woman. There should be something you are doing for her. Maybe you're getting the money indirectly. Somehow, because of course, a woman who is doing well brings the money to the table. But be responsible for something you're doing for her. Men, don't allow your wife pay for their cars themselves. I am telling you, pay for her car. Be the one paying. One of my daughters, she's going to join here. I don't know if she's here already. Official Nina, she bought her car. Her car is 5 times better than her husband's car. She had an accident and bashed it. The husband went and bought her another car that was bigger than the one she bashed. And when he did that, that was last year, he was driving a Camry. and he bought her an Escalade or whatever, a big car. I'm like, oh my God.
What does about do?
The husband is in the oil sector,
Okay, so he
but he
can afford
doesn't
it.
care about the car he drives. He cares about the car the wife drives. Do we have such men again? Because we are
Okay.
looking for them. Oh. If I see a good man, I guess many people will want marry. Where
So,
But you know now
Pastor.
most
Sorry, sir, Pastor. Let me quickly say this, right? I was trying to build up something before. Whether we like it or not, I've said this many, many, many times. Men are the most, which English can I use? The mumuest of the mumu of this life if a woman do the right thing. I do not care how strong a man can be. If a woman knows the right button to press,
she will get the man.
that man na paper for your hand, like toilet throw.
yeah.
See, you can get anything you want from your husband if you do. I'm being honest here right now.
That is the husband who is intentional about his wife, not the one who has
Mama,
divided attention. I'm
do you know?
telling
Do
you,
you
a
know?
lot of things are going on in marriages. So I
If
didn't
you
say the
ask,
same thing you're saying, but
if
some
you ask
women, they
100,
have tried everything. Some
Mama,
said don't even go judge themselves. Say, now maybe the problem. Well, let me work on themselves. No, you were not the problem. A
Mama,
spouse that has a problem has a problem.
if you ask 100 men, and I say this respectfully because see, you know why I come here? I want to believe that you're talking about marriage, which is God's idea. I love anything that is God's idea, anything that
Sure.
is that God is doing. I love to be there
It's a God's
because
love,
our little saint idea and all that can help shape other generations, right? So that's
yeah.
why you won't just find
Yeah.
me on like, everywhere talking rubbish. I don't have time for that. I'm a child of God. I believe in God. I believe in the Bible, and I know that there is good in this life.
And this is a
Yeah.
Christian podcast, so it's not any our podcast. I hope they all know though.
So what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. And please hear me. When I talk, maybe I may not, please hear me when I talk. I'm talking from the point of people where sabi God, that understand that
Mm-hmm.
there is a God in heaven. So I'm not, when I talk about men, I'm not generalizing. I'm talking about people that have the fear of God. So I'm saying this, that look, for every man, carry 100 men, put for whether believer, a Christian, Muslim, or India, Hindu, whatever, or Buddhist, and ask them what is one thing. If they tell them to take one thing that they want from their wife, just one, they will tell it's
Respect.
respect.
Yeah.
One, just one, it's respect.
Yes, a man's most important need is respect first.
Now
Yeah.
go and find out how many men their wife are truly respecting them that the wife no enjoy. I'm not talking about other bad character, but at least you will know that there is peace in this home. This man,
Yeah.
even if the man is doing rubbish, he will go and he can enter plane from Dallas to California to go and do nonsense.
But
He
when
will
he's
just be
home,
rude. Yeah, he will still see that he's trying to put the wife in a place of, hey, I don't want to disappoint this woman. I don't want this woman to. So I'm saying this to say that women, most of the thing that you call communication is nagging.
But you
Is
just said something that even if the man is doing something, he will travel. But is it actually good? Don't you
no,
think
what I'm
that's
saying.
abuse of
no,
respect?
we're not
Pastor,
excusing that is
hold
a
on.
good
Pastor, hold
behavior.
on. You know, I said that I'm not saying it's a good thing, but say, look, this is real life.
But at
Let's
least if
not.
you respect the boundaries, no, it's not good.
Yes,
Okay.
that's my point. I'm not saying that was why I said some bad characters there. Already said that, right? But I'm
Okay.
saying, look,
About prenup.
when we talk, this is real life. Let's not deceive ourselves. Some men don't like women, they smoke. Some don't like to smoke, they drink. Some don't like to drink, they gossip. Some don't like they have bad. Every human being have one bad thing that you
There
are
will be
praying to
excesses,
God
yeah.
to help you with, right? So I'm saying that, Mama, when your husband or your boyfriend or your fiancé bring another woman home and does not care about you, you know, say you don't finish. But if you see hiding it, hiding the drum, there's a form of respect. It's not good. I'm not saying it's good, though. Please don't quote me. But I'm just saying that you will still look for a way not to mess up that woman. So what I'm saying is for women, sisters, you are my own. I will support women anytime, any day. If you think there's problem in your home, please check three things. Number one, forget social media. Forget all this nonsense. Everybody they talk. All the people
That's the
that come
problem.
online, all the people
That's
that
one
come
of the
online to
number
talk
one
nonsense,
problems.
they have a good home. They will come online because they want view, they want acceptance. They will say all manner of rubbish. You will take it, and they are doing something opposite in their own home.
Yeah.
Believe social media at
Now,
your own peril. That's one. So I'm saying that check your respect level to your husband. Just try. It's okay, you know what? I want to mumu for this man for the next 3 months. Ah, husband, hey, Igwe, hey, Yodogu Salensa, blah, blah, blah.
And see
What?
what will happen.
you people
See
want me
how
to
it will,
talk.
Pastor, please hold on. See how something will shift in your home in the next 3 months. That's number one. Number two, if you have something to say to him, say, hey, baby, I want to talk to you. And he's listening to you and you talk. Don't raise your voice. Don't behave like you are another man. I don't think men love that when women want to be another man. You want to talk to your husband like your child, like you're talking to your son. No man will take that from you. Let's get that straight. And you just say, I'm not saying women should be stupid or women should, no, 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 no. In fact, women are not less, I don't know where we got it from. Women are lesser virtue. I don't know where the people got that from. So talk to this man respectfully and say, hey, baby, blah, blah, blah. I promise you, he will listen to you. And the third thing, when this man is trying to express himself to say, hey, you know, I went to work today. You know that Pastor Francisca just look at me somehow. Don't say, you
You
want to start,
started.
you remember,
Leave
the
the
house we were
job.
living before, 3 years ago. That's how our landlady was looking at you. Somebody was looking at you. Don't do all that. When men is trying to say something to you, don't use it to attack them.
Listen.
It's dangerous. If you want to
Yeah.
make a point, make it in a way that he will understand. Not that you are using his information to attack him. When you do that, that's all I have to say.
The man will
Women
say,
have the power.
yeah, women have a lot of power.
Oh, they
Yeah,
have a lot of power. Trust me.
I mean, somebody said the marriages end. The woman has a huge role. Even if the man was a bad man, the woman has a role. Mama, why do you think a woman, should Christian woman, should not sign a prenup agreement and and she don't want a man that earn 45K for 55K a year, and when a man was a science figure. Okay, so let me. You guys have been talking this prenup. Okay, let me see it. Okay, so prenup is your intention is to safeguard your investment, right? That's already a
Yeah.
contract.
Mm-hmm.
Before you go into that marriage, you've already started telling the person, say, I'm putting a contract so before you are not a covenant. Okay. You know, sometimes the tables can turn in directions you least expected. As a Christian, I don't support prenup. As a Christian, I feel that everything we have, we should bring into the marriage. However, if the men are the ones sponsoring the prenup agenda, I would say as a woman, don't marry a man if he tells you to sign a prenup.
What if it's a woman telling the man? Maybe she's more established before the meet.
As a man, you say, you people don't, you can't sit down. Okay, you people want, okay, as a woman, if you're already very successful,
And the man is earning 40K
wait, as a woman,
per year.
if you're already very successful, you have millions in your account and businesses and investments, and they have duped you before. Because let me tell you,
No,
a
there's no
woman
condition.
goes,
Don't add condition, please. So
Oh, let her finish. I
before,
want to see where she's
wait.
going. I want
okay,
to see where
please
she's going.
finish.
I have to talk to my sisters in the house. Let me tell you guys, okay? A woman goes into a marriage, even if the man is rich or poor, to stay. But when a man is going into a marriage, when the woman, because men are not meant to marry women that are richer, men go lower to marry, women go higher. That's the difference. So if you're a woman, women date higher, men date lower. Do you guys understand? But am I right? Women date higher. Am I right?
Maybe,
No,
maybe,
because
maybe,
what scatter this table now? What do this
maybe
Maybe
Nigeria?
Nigeria,
Nigeria
sir. No, no,
Minister Yomi and
Nigerian
Mr.
concept.
or
Jedediah.
That's
Africans.
Nigerian concept.
Women date higher. men date lower. Men
That's
don't
Nigerian
go.
concept.
A man does not go for a woman. A man doesn't go for a woman he is richer than. He goes lower. And a woman doesn't go for a man she's richer than. She goes higher. This is the perspective we have. Let's be truthful. And you guys agree. Now, it is normal for a woman to marry higher and stay in the marriage, because that's the normal thing with, yeah, woman go on stay for marriage, no one come out. But if a man leaves going for a woman he's doing better than and start eyeing the one that is already a millionaire and is doing better, you go on use one eye. Look, is he real? Or is he coming for what you have on the table? Or is genuine love, right? Now, if you're a woman that they've jilted before and you're very rich, right? The lecture published now. I will suspend this stuff till next week. What could I join me
Finish it.
next week?
Finish it.
You
Because
have to
people are
finish it.
WhatsApp now,
You
I will
have
put
to
that for
finish
Finish
so
up.
you
newspaper.
I
can.
want to land. Finish it. Finish it. Go
I want
ahead.
to hear. I want to hear it before I respond.
Yeah, finish it. Finish it.
So, if you're a woman, Abby, and then they don't duty before, you know that most men are coming for what you have, Abby. And then now, this man is coming and saying he wants to marry you. If you know me, please reach out to me. Give me his picture. Let me help you check if he's your real husband. But if you don't, and you ever get to see this video, I will say, test him with prenup to see if he will accept. Test him. Test him. Like I said, it's not like you want to sign it, but test him with that prenup. Have the documents. See if he accepts and sign it. If he accepts and sign it, 3 months later, remove the prenup. Or I think there's a cancellation for that thing. You're like, you're not taking it, and let him not even know you canceled it. Let him not be aware. Or maybe with a fake prenup, and let him think it's the real thing. I'm telling you, it's knowledge. You use wisdom. As a woman, have sense. Use wisdom. Test him with it. It could be some fake whole thing and make him think he's signing the real prenup with you. But it's not a real thing. If he says he's not going to sign prenup, just know that he's coming for your money as a man. But if a woman refuses to sign prenup, it doesn't mean she's coming for your money. She's just feeling like, I feel we are one. I
Hey,
feel I'm
yeah.
lavish with you.
That's the love is so good.
Hey, my chest.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
You can't,
Do you want to respond first, or I should go
Okay,
first?
let me go first, Mama. You see, on this junction where we did like this.
Mama has scattered the table. She has thrown men under the bus.
I don't like. You see, first of all, now person will get a lot of property. They bring premium anyway. So, and then, like you rightly said, somebody is trying to protect himself or herself. That's why they do this thing. Okay. But as a child of God, this is the question I'm going to ask you. Will you do it? Will I do it? No. Why won't I do it? Because number one, the Bible said that he that findeth a wife. So I believe that whoever I'm going to find will not be somebody who just coming for my possession. And I'm this kind of man. I will say you can abuse me all you like. Even if my possession you are coming for, you cannot take my life now. Maybe to carry more, to carry a house, carry the strength that God gave me to get all this property. If you take this one, you only take the icing. Cakes today. It go the plenty they go. I don't care about
If
this
you
thing.
want to ask if you're married, because I know a lot of women will be interested. Are you married?
I'm not married right now,
You're a
but
good
I'm not.
husband material.
But I'm not looking. Let me heal.
You go
Let me.
look at
No,
him.
I'm not look anywhere.
these days we are not looking like that. So
Una go look,
So
let me
so so let me
respond.
quick,
Let me
quickly finish so
respond
my
to
brother
him.
can respond. Let me quickly finish so my brother can respond.
Okay.
Mama, if you believe in your mind, Pastor, that it's okay for women to just take and test men, we say they take and they test you.
No,
Yeah.
Because
it's not the
True.
same.
the generation of women that we have, let's be factual. The generation
Realistically,
of
yeah.
women that we have today, they are not like our mama. The one for today, It is in this generation I'm hearing talking stage, $100,000. Can you come stage? You are putting stage in relationships. So I would safeguard myself. I'm just saying, I won't do it. I'm just saying for men that does it, I'm not going to blame them for any reason. They have a reason for I'm just saying that if you feel that women should do it, then I'm saying men too should do it.
No, prenup is not the same for the woman and the man. And I want to appreciate somebody here.
Really? My
I want to
ex-wife.
appreciate Mr. the Black Mentor. Thank you so much, sir, for joining this live session. Him now, millionaire, so he's thinking, what are we talking about? He said, protect your properties and no.
So
If you're a woman and the man is a millionaire or billionaire, and he
Black
tells you to
mentor, how
sign
are you,
prenup,
sir?
he
I
doesn't
greet you.
love you. He
greetings,
doesn't love you.
Black Mentor. So, Mama, let me respond to that, right? So, biblically, the Bible does not speak about prenup, okay? But what the Bible speaks about is obviously the questions we should ask before we get married, the qualities we should look for, what we should do. So the guidance of the Bible about marriage still is universal, and it applies to both. The woman is to respect the man. Wives,
Love.
give respect to your husbands. Husbands, love your wife as you love your own body.
And no, as just as Christ loves the
As Christ,
church.
sorry,
The
as
church.
Christ loved
And
the
Jesus
the.
Christ gave everything for the church. So why are you the man not giving everything to your wife? Why are
Okay,
you
well,
signing prenup?
I'm coming to that. So, in each of these instances, I will give an instance. You remember who was it in the Bible that wanted to get married to the woman and had to go and work 7 more years to come
It's
back? And Jacob,
is it
seven,
Jacob? Yeah, they never gave him
either Isaac or Jacob. He came, and the first year, and the father said, "No, you have to work another 7 years."
7 years.
And he
Yeah.
worked another 7 years because he wanted a wife. But what was the kind of wife he was getting married to? So now, since we don't have a biblical direction on prenup, there are principles we can apply. There are deal breakers when you want to marry to someone, and before you get married, you say those deal breakers. If you cheat, I will leave you, because biblically there is a condition that you can leave your wife for infidelity, or the wife can leave the husband for infidelity. That's a deal breaker. It is also a condition, because it's not signed as a document that before you get married, this is the condition. If this happens, I will not stay. It is more like those are the conversations where, we're talking about what do you ask about before getting married to the person
Yeah.
before you get married. So these are some of the deal breakers. Okay, what is it that I would do that you will not forgive me? What is it that I would do that I will not stay with you? So all this now, the percentage of marriage surviving, and that's referring to even the Christian marriage and the non-Christian marriages, is about 50% now. So at the word go, the chances that the marriage works is 50%. So it's already like it's working against each person, because the biblical principles are not being followed anymore. Now, social media is directing how men act, how women act. So everybody is going by different scripts, and those scripts are not working. But personally, when it comes to prenup, when I got married, I didn't sign prenup, right? But if I'm giving prenup to sign by a woman, right, I want to get married, and she says, "Look, you have to sign prenup before we get married." If in my heart of hearts I see that we really have the qualities, that it's just like recently I was hearing someone say, "Oh, Jeff Bezos' wife, she's donating a lot of money. She didn't work with him." No, she was with him when he had all the
Oh
money
yes.
together, right? So whatever they shared, she deserved to get it. But if you are going into a marriage and you feel like you have a lot of assets, which this person did not work with you when you were about to start your relationship or get into the marriage, I personally will not take offense if a woman brings prenup to me. And I don't think a woman should take offense if I bring prenup to the table. And if you really love the man, or the man loves the woman, your
No, let me
love
tell
should
you why the
supersede.
woman should not. Let's be very truthful, okay?
It should be
I love
balanced. It
you when
shouldn't
you
be.
said you will not take offense if the woman brings prenup, because she has worked for those things. And like I said, the woman, let it not be a real prenup, like just because you want to test. And I told you guys that men date down, women date up. And
It's
when
not
a
a
man is
test. It shouldn't be a test.
Okay.
It's not like if you are
There's
However,
nothing
doing it,
like
do it.
testing.
If you don't do it,
if
don't do it.
If you're
see,
not doing it,
women
you're
are the
not doing
one
it.
that if you want to sign prenup when you want to get married to a woman to retain all your properties, but she's coming in to give you children, right? She's coming in to invest into your life, to be your wife. That woman is going to change physically, physical appearance, everything is going to change by she being your wife. So why don't you think she deserves it? See, when God
Mama,
created Adam, God
mama,
gave Adam
statistically,
everything
mama,
before he
statistically,
gave Adam a wife.
mama, mama, statistically, do you know that women live longer than men today? So how is it that
Confirm.
the woman, yes, they are coming to have children, but why is it that the men die earlier?
They
Because
will
the
now.
men carry more stress.
Dr.
They will now
Joseph, this
because
thing you're saying, I'm afraid of you now. Look at what
Mama,
you're saying.
Mama,
Hey, sir.
in church, pastor said, lift up your problem and show God. Husband carrying wife. You guys are killing us.
You people are making
Look,
women the problem.
Mama.
We are not.
Okay, let me say this to women. If you think you have a lot of, because let me tell you the truth.
Assets.
Let me even be very serious right now. Do you know that you pushing the idea of prenup to your man that you want to marry might be a beginning of trust issues from day one?
Trust. Yeah.
Yes.
You begin to look at really. So you actually think
Yes.
that. So instead of that, this is what I would advise you to do if you're my sister. I would say, okay, oh yeah, divide all your properties into 10. Declare 2 inside this man. There are 8. Put your papa name or your mama name. I don't care. So that way you know that even if this man chance you, you see how something. Instead of telling me to sign, let me tell you, I will perform for you. Because inside premium, there is a condition. If
Yeah.
I get male child, I give you 200 million. If you stay with me 10 years, I will give you this and that. Now I'll begin to perform. I'll begin to perform. There will be no fight. I will go outside and do my nonsense. I'll come home and say, good husband. 10 years will complete. I'll collect the money and I'll get out. So I'm saying, please don't let that see. If you have been cheated, you've been scammed, a man has taken your money, or you like to invest in men and they will leave you for that. No problem. Change your method. Don't come into another relationship looking all glamour and all those things. Calm down. Push all those, even if in a trust, you can put in a trust. So that men that wants to see you, they will see you. They won't see the
Somebody said, wait until you become a millionaire and want to get married. That's when you understand. You, who is this? What was the person saying? You are bad. He said,
see,
that's where would they talk now because of not be millionaire. So when we become millionaire, who go understand?
Mama.
But realistically,
Because see, Mama, we have
Oh my
family
God.
members that we have, especially for men, where you come to America, you have worked for 25 years, 30 years, you've gathered stuff, you now bring one girl from somewhere in 2 years, he's chasing
six
out of
months
the
time.
house, he's taking out, it can be demoralizing, it can be killing, it can make a man commit suicide. You want to kill somebody. I understand all that. That's why I'm saying that, look, you see this thing called marriage, it takes intentionality, oh, be wise.
A lot. Yeah.
I'm saying this on live video. If you know that you are too afraid to lose your property, use wisdom. Divide this thing properly. In fact, I have an
Hakimi.
uncle.
Hakimi. Use Hakimi.
I have an uncle. You know what he did? You know what he did?
Use Acorn.
Every as he got married like this, they don't tell his wife. We are only having 4 kids. They agreed on everything. Buy first house, write the first child. Another house, right? The second, all the property that they have in their lifetime, they don't divide them to all these children. So don't tell family, say, if you kill me, nothing to get you. Even wife, no, say, so I'm just saying this to say that, look, it's different from everybody, right? But I don't think you want to start a marriage with trust issue from day one.
Yeah, you don't want to start. No, nah,
Yeah,
I told them
based
that
on the fact that you
initially
want to
don't mind.
lose,
Marriage is a
yes,
covenant, okay?
based on
But
the fact that you want to lose
trust.
property and all that. I understand it can be painful when you are losing your sweat of many years to one girl that you claim that you marry and she's coming in to take care. It can be painful. People that this has happened to, people have actually killed themselves. They've killed people. They're in jail because they can't take it. I understand all that, but I don't know about this thing that we are signing. I don't know. God, I beg. The
Not
carry
fast. Your
money.
video is not clear.
No,
You
You're
it's
said,
cracked.
because I'm outdoor. Good evening,
where,
madam.
where are you, sir?
I'm actually in Nigeria. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Greetings,
sir.
sir.
So,
How are you, sir?
good evening, my brother. Mama, you know I agree with you 99.9% of the time, but this is one that I will disagree.
That's fine.
Because, especially for men who live in the West, it is not realistic to marry a woman without a prenup. You are setting yourself up for destruction. You see, women are well protected after divorce in the West. They are well protected. And there are a lot of women that have found loopholes in that protection they get from the government, and they use it to destroy a lot of men.
Yes.
And I will give you a couple of examples. I know of a lady who married a man for 77 days. And on the 78th day, he divorced this man and was asking for 50% of everything that took him 30 years to build. That cannot be fair. That's not fair. It's not. So the only way you can protect yourself as a
Now
man.
the thing is, know who you're marrying. Okay, so some of you just what is the alignment with this person you're getting married? Who is this person you're getting married to? That's one thing, because we don't get married to divorce and go part ways with properties. In short, let's just be honest. All these things are vanity. At the end of the day, who are you getting married to? That's it. And I'm going to say this. So, you said marriage in the West. We don't even know the twist
Yes.
and what life is going to become. Okay. Because if you're saying that somebody should sign prenup because you already made it and you think you have something going on for yourself and you want a woman to sign prenup, I don't think she
But
should get
madam, if
married
I
to
may
you.
ask, why will a woman not want to sign a prenup? Why?
Why would she sign a prenup? I'm bringing my life. Why would you prefer or protect your property over me that is giving you my life? I'm
Is the
giving
man
you
not
my
coming with
life.
his life too?
The man is coming with his life too now, Madam Francesca. The woman is not the only one bringing
and
her life.
His life and his
go and look
assets.
for another wife now.
if
Because
Hey,
it's
you
not I'm not
if
the
voila.
one that will
the
sign
man
prenup
is
with you.
coming with his life plus 30
Because
years
I am
worth
bringing
of
my life
assets.
and all my sincerity, all my virtues, all my talents
Mama,
to
women,
build
we
with
are
you, and you
sincere
say I should come
too.
and give you prenup.
We
No,
are
don't
sincere
stand.
too, Mama. We too, we are sincere too.
So, based on the topic we are discussing today, I think that, we said, should we investigate whoever we are getting married to,
Interview.
like make research before we get married? And
Charlie, go and sit down.
I
Your
think
short
I
people should
think
come and sit the
this
advice
is
I'm giving.
this should be part of the conversations that will be had during the dating phase. Me, I like prenup. Or do you like prenup?
Exactly. I don't like
Yeah.
Like,
prenup.
put it on
Yes.
the table playfully. If we are going to get married, I want prenup. Like, is that a deal breaker for you?
Mm.
If you bring prenup, I will take it or I won't take it. So you don't start the journey and get close to wait till it's the night before the marriage and you bring the prenup and she say, "Oh, this is coercion." You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, you don't
I
take
Can I,
someone
think,
unawares.
can I ask a question quickly?
Yeah,
yeah,
please, before we close now,
Is
maybe
it,
we'll continue this topic next week.
is because of this we are talking about? Will it make the rich now correct to say, I don't want my child to marry anyhow person? He must marry
that's what
this
has been
other rich
happening.
person so that the wealth will continue to be growing. Because
Well,
if you think about it, because now my brother has struggled 20 years in America to gather something, brought somebody from Nigeria, and now I'm afraid. Do you think that I will still have the same fear if I marry another woman? We will say, hey, she said she gallant. So when both of us come together, we come
You
mega. He will
you
not be
won't be
afraid.
you won't be
Exactly.
afraid.
Exactly. So the people that sign this thing, they want to safeguard themselves in a way. I'm not going to blame nobody.
so now, Mr. Yomi, you believe in prenup?
I said me, I will not do it. It's me. I'm removing myself from the question because
No,
I'm
you
not
will
a
not
normal
do
human
it
being.
now, but if you think it's the right thing, it's because you may not be where, like that lady said, wait until you become a millionaire, then we'll know if you will do it or not.
See,
So
the
if you
idea
are a
is,
millionaire today, you have $2
hold
million.
on, hold on. No, 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 no.
Will you sign
You don't have
prenup?
to be a millionaire. Hold on. You don't have to be a millionaire to sign. Let me tell you.
Or a billionaire.
It,
You,
No,
it
there are
is
certain
not
states you get. You know why
what I'm
Mr.
saying
Joseph
is,
now is saying that prenup is not a bad thing because he knows where he is in life, and that's why he can say that, right?
It,
So,
No, 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 no,
so
no.
I'm going to ask you now, Mr. Yomi,
no,
if you have $2 million in your account right now, and you meet a woman you love, would you sign prenup?
This is what I'm
Yes.
going to
you go.
do. I'm not going to sign nothing. This is what I'm going to do. And this is me. You can quote me, you can say anything you like. It doesn't matter. If I have $2 million or 200 million in my account right now, 200 million, and I want to marry, I'll tell you, as a Pastor Francis, we'll sit in front of each other and say, look, I have 200 million, but let me tell you the truth. I will give you 50 million. You see this 50 million? That's your own gain. If you leave me today, carry am is okay. You see the remaining 150, I'll use it to maintain home and all that. No put eye for there. I will give
How
you
is that different
something.
from the prenup now?
No, 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 no. Wait, wait,
Ah,
wait, wait. I'll tell you the
you're
difference. I'll
bribing
tell you the
her to
difference.
stay with
No, no,
you.
no, no. I'll tell you the
She'll
difference.
collect and leave you
Do
straight
you
up.
know that? Do you know that some men? Okay, let me shift a little bit, right? Just for the fun of it. Some men, no matter how much they have, they are very stingy, very like this. They can't spend on their women. So
Very true.
it makes women want to actually come after you. Let's be realistic, right? But if you have a generous man, I promise you, premium or no premium, you won't want to leave the marriage because you believe he's doing the right, it's making you comfortable, it's your Odogu Salensa. You don't want to leave him. You don't want to put him in a bad space that you take everything away from him. Life is just funny. Sometimes you plan A and you are seeing
And B
W.
happens. Yeah.
Yes, that's why all these things we are talking about 30 years ago, 40 years ago, there's nothing like this.
There's nothing like
Since,
that. See, please,
since
you all
so
bring
so
everything you
so
have to the
I
table.
think civilization, too much of social media has destroyed what's supposed to be giving us joy. Because everybody is a teacher, everybody is an advisor, everybody is a coach. We just come online and talk all manner of something. But I'm just saying that, look, guys, I'm begging you, if you are afraid from day one of the woman that you want to marry, maybe she's not the right person.
There's already a problem.
Yeah, there's already a problem.
There's already a
In
problem
fact,
where there's no trust.
if the woman even sign, look at Janet Jackson, for example. If you give me a boy, you take 100 million, 100 billion, whatever. If you stay 10 years, I mean 2 years, the woman just stayed, she gave a boy, she reached the time for she collected her
Collected
money,
her money and
and
left.
then she move on.
Wait, are you serious? Janet
Yes,
Jackson
yes,
is divorced
Yes,
right
yes,
now?
yes,
With
yes.
the
yes,
Saudi prince, with the
yes.
Yes,
Arabian.
Hey, the
that's the
noise.
condition. 100
What?
million for a
Janet
boy,
Jackson is divorced?
100 million
Yeah.
for a boy,
Oh, has been
100
for a
million
It
very
for
was
long time.
yes.
immediately she got the child before
The,
50.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 years or 10 years. I'm not sure whether two
No, it
years or
was
10 years. I'm
five
not
years.
sure.
Why?
It was five
5 years.
years. It was
If you
5 years.
say
Yeah.
5 years, 100 million. If you give me a boy 100 million, she gave a boy. She reached 5 years, collect 100 million, mwah, and
She
get out
leaves.
of the marriage.
Oh my God.
Yes, yes.
But I
Wow.
But
don't even
but
have a problem with that. That was what they signed now.
no, no,
So
no. That's what I'm
I mean,
saying. That's what I'm
That
saying.
was
But
prenup,
do you
yeah.
know that? Do you know that? Let
Wow.
let let let's just think for 1 minute. Do you know that she would have still remained in that marriage if something like that is not there, so that she won't see herself as a gold digger. Like, oh, so you
she
think I'm
wouldn't
coming to
marry that man
Obiagu?
if something like that wasn't there.
She would have left before
She
then. She
wouldn't
was
have
not
married
happy
him.
there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's another angle.
Why?
Yeah, she wouldn't have married him
And she might have married him and still stayed there for a bit longer.
Why? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think
More
she
cause. Why do
would.
you think she would not have married him?
Because it was more of a contract. I think they met. My suspicion is they met, they date. The man wanted somebody of Janet Jackson's status.
He wanted to have a child from that bloodline. You know the Michael Jackson
And
effect
a
now.
Western woman different from the
Yeah.
Arabs and all of that. And I think Janet Jackson told him, okay, oh, if I have to marry you, this is what I can do. And I
And he
think
agreed. Yeah.
as an incentive, the man now said, okay, if you have the boy for me, you have this. After 5 years, if you stay up to
If
5 years,
you
you
stay up
have
to
this
five
as well.
years, you have
So
this.
I don't think it was a marriage Janet Jackson really, really wanted. I think the man
Wanted.
incentivized her to get into that
Yeah.
marriage.
Oh, okay. Well, Like I said, marriage is not a contract. This is what happens when you make it a contract and not a
Mama,
covenant.
it should be a contract, Mama. I
No,
think it
no,
should
I'm
be.
telling you, there's a
I
lot of
think it
all this
should
stuff.
be.
No, I don't believe it should be a contract. So,
Mama, this is it. For the original marriage arrangement, which is between the family of the bride and the bridegroom, biblical marriages are not contract based. But secular marriages that the government has taken control over is where you have the marriage certificate, where you have to sign that document in front of the government. And then, we are dealing with two things here. So the secular marriages are the ones that come with a contract. And it's based on that secular contract now. It's a contract. They call it marriage license. It's a license. Mama, it's a
I will
license, right?
continue this topic next week. And thank you so much. This
Thank you very
Charlie,
much, Mama.
you need to inbox me because where you are right now, I don't know what they have done to you, but I don't know if you get married though, because the way you're talking everywhere now, you need some counseling. You need somebody
Mama,
to talk to you and to pray with you.
Mama, before you go, hey, I bet if you like, me can carry me. But it's a joke, Sha. It's a joke, yo. If you see women we want me to sign premium, I bet call me. I'll sign.
Prenup. You finally broke the table.
I bet call me.
There are
I'll sign.
plenty. You.
Go. Well, it's well. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate everybody that joined today. And for those who stayed with us from when we started, we had network glitches and everything, but I'm happy you all were patient with me. Thank you so much to my guest, Mr. Tito the Fire. God bless you. Again, you can go check Tito. He's a musician. He has his music out. Please, what's your latest album?
I have a song that just dropped today. It's called Anywhere. It's a new song. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, it is. Tito the Fire. Anywhere.
Tito the Fire. Okay, please go check out his music. It's a great
I bet
singer.
come teach us this music, Biko.
And to my brother here, Minister Yomi, God bless you. He's also a musician. As a matter of fact, he's one of the ministers that, singers at the recently concluded I Get Married, Stay Married.
Wow.
So thank you so much. I beg that noise stay a little bit too much. Thank you so much for joining me, Mr. Yomex, and thank you so much to Moff House joining from Nigeria. These two, Tito and Yomex, they are here in the US. As a matter of fact, they are in Dallas. They are single and they are searching. Please go and DM them if you're a woman. Like them. So any guy wait saying they sex and lie.
I'm not in that category.
See them.
I'm not searching.
Loneliness
Women,
wants to finish
don't
them.
come out. If you are coming to meet me, bring your contract.
Go and DM them.
I'm not
If you are coming
searching.
to DM me, bring your contract. I'm ready to sign.
At least the DM is open, you've heard. So DM them and just ask them, how are you? Mama, you know that marriage is kind of weird. Now, lie. Jody, you need to text me too. All of them, we get bad notions about marriage. I need to start talking to people one by one. Moffat, God bless you so much too. And
thank you very much.
Are you also single?
Yes, very single actually. Yes.
Very single. So also DM of House, he's single. He's a very handsome guy and he has good behavior. But today he came and displayed a bad one. But he's well, sure. No problem. God bless you all. May God protect you, protect your homes, and those that are getting married soon. I pray you ask these questions we've told you to ask and monitor, not just monitor, ask God about who you're getting married to. No matter the questions you ask, the person can pretend and answer rightly. Some of them don't go study the answers to give you. They know the ones you term as red flags. So the main person who can reveal a person to you is God. So as you ask them, go to God and ask God. He's going to reveal that person to you. And as you do so, may God bless you. I'll see you guys next week. Same time, 1 p.m. CST. I'm in the US. I'm in Dallas. So if you're in Nigeria, you put it, I think it's 7 p.m. If you're in Brazil, like somebody that said they're in Kenya, that joined and said he's watching from Kenya. So you can put the Kenya time. Those, and I have a lot of people watching us from Europe. So just put the Europe time. As in wherever you are, just put CST to your own time. You get me here again next week, Saturday, for another exciting topic on Insights. God bless you so much.